oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. From Calchaco to Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. From Calchaco to Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
Yeah? Who's counting me down? Okay. Hello, lovely viewers on Joy Prime, Joy Learning. Hello, lovely listeners on Love 99.5 FM, and also our audience on social media. Welcome to the final competitions of the round of 16 of the Love FM Calchaco Toothpaste High School's debate here at the Christian Service University. My name is Patricia Amabonsu, and remember that we do this in collaboration with the Ashanti Regional Students Representative Council, the Ghana Education Service, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Senior High Schools, and also our sponsor, that is Samara Company Limited, bringing us Calchaco Toothpaste wherever we are. Today we're going to see contest 7 and contest 8 of the round of 16, just as I said earlier, and I'm just going to let you in on some of the schools that have made it to the quarterfinal stage. So they include KNUST Senior High School, St. Louis Girls Senior High School, Kumasi High School, Church of Christ Senior High School, Opoku School, and St. Hubert Seminary Senior High School. Now contest 7 is going to be between Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School and Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School. Their motion is, quote, upgrading the existing Accra-Kumasi highway should be prioritized, yes, over the construction of a new expressway, unquote. Now we have Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School going to argue for the motion, and Okes will argue against the motion. And so right now, for my part of this show, yes, this is the icing on the cake for me, where we get the students and supporters telling us what we should expect from their schools. What's the Kumasi Girls expected to show us today in 30 seconds?
All right, so I am Honorable Bukari Manuela Titiaka, coming from the land of gold and rich resources. And as we say and as we know, we are going to go home as the winners. And once again, we are going to repeat the word, we won. And once again, God is an eraba.
Okay, God is an eraba. Let me go to the gentleman from Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School. Is God also an ahenema?
Okay, so I'm Otre Prosper, a student from the Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, and there's no way an eraba can compete with an ahenema. So I'm telling them to stay quiet and watch us dominate the room with logic, reasonings, and light up with good rebuttals, and at the end bring up with an unmatched energy till the game ends.
Okay, unmatched energy till the game ends. That's the message from Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, the students and supporter. And we're going to go straight now to the trainers of these amazing students for today. And I'm just going to continue from the gentleman from Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School. What's happening today, Michael?
Let me say, for Okes debate and this particular platform, I can say they are like Siamese. So highly inseparable, right? So definitely, at the end of the day, let's get to the stage and see what will happen.
Okay, we'll be going to the stage very soon, but not before we have the gentleman also from Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School sharing something with us.
Solomon Nyako, patron for Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. As you know, our track records are not broken, and so we're going to demonstrate to Okes that though we are fighting with our grand ladies and grandpas, but they should watch us and see what we are capable of doing. We will never let our school down, and they should watch out.
Okay, we'll never let our school down, and okay, should watch out. That is the message coming from Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School. You can actually also follow the conversation with the hashtag LUVFMHSD on social media. My name is Patricia. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. David is in the auditorium, and he takes it away from me now.
Yes, I am here in the auditorium. Please put your hands together for the students and, of course, the trainers whom we heard from a while ago. But one interesting thing is this: before the competition begins, we hear from them. But when the competition is over, the losing side, we don't get to engage with them. We don't even see them. Today, I hope that when we are done, we'll see them and they will tell us what went wrong, what didn't go well for them. Today is the 9th day at the 2026 edition of the Love FM Higher Schools debate. We get to close down the curtain or draw down the curtain of the round of 16 today. Today, we're going to have 2 competitions. And at the end of the day, the 2 schools will advance to the quarterfinal stage of the Love FM Higher Schools debate. Ladies and gentlemen, in this beautiful auditorium, please show some love to our partners in the Ashanti Regional GES, the Ashanti Regional SRC, the Conference of Heads of our sister secondary schools, and also the Christian Service University. Please put your hands together for these wonderful, amazing institutions. We have viewers also on television on Joy Prime and Joy Learning. We have equally beautiful, amazing viewers on our socials, on TikTok, on YouTube, and Facebook. Plus listeners on radio on Love 99.5. Show them some love as well. Your hands together for all of them. For those of you who are wondering why we've gathered in this beautiful auditorium here at the Christian Service University, it's all about the Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate for the year 2026. Now, some 7 years ago, we have had 7 winners. Now, we had Tia Amas winning the very first competition, St. Jerome winning the second competition, then we had St. Monica's winning the third competition, Kumasi High School won, Prempeh College won, Kumasi High School won again, and then Prempeh College are the defending champions. Unfortunately, they were, defeated a couple of days ago. This afternoon, the first contest will be between Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School and Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, and they are here in this auditorium ready to do battle. This year's edition is brought to us courtesy Kel Chaco Toothpaste. Now, it's from Samara Company Limited. It's also brought to us by Didi Shito Homemade Taste, Best Brain Publications, Christian Service University, One 400, Jackson University College, New Generation Investment Services, Amansia Community Bank PLC, Seppo Mystical Pen, Bigo and Vena Mineral Water from Trillium Industrial Company Limited, Otuasican Community Bank, Tamak Questions and Answers Textbooks, Rayon, Cyrus Publications, St. Ben Jewelry, The Sea Travels, Franzacos Limited, and Broadview Christian Academy. Please put your hands together for these amazing supporters and sponsors of the Love FM High Schools debate. Without wasting much time, let's zoom straight into the introductions. Our chairperson is already with us, and we are thankful to her for making time to join us as always. Now, she is an educationist, a youth and a marriage counselor, a preacher, a mentor, and a philanthropist. Now, she has counseled the youth and students since 1978. First of all, let me say this to you, that as an educationist, she has over 55 years of experience both in Ghana and abroad. Now, she's a former head mistress for Kumasi High School and also headmistress of KNUST Junior High School from 1992 to 2008. Now, she is a co-founder and the principal of Jackson University College, which offers a 1-year postgraduate program, diploma in education, master's and MPhil in maths, English, guidance and counseling, educational leadership and administration, plus B.Ed programs. Now, in partnership with NIIT India, they offer many technology programs. Her passion is to instill moral training to the youth in order to transform society. Now, she is married to Professor Ebenezer Asafua Jackson, and by the grace of God, they've got 4 adult children, Daniel, Emmanuel, Nora, and Ebenezer. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the chairperson for today's event, Mrs. Theodosia Wilhelmina Jackson. Ma'am, good afternoon to you, and thanks very much for your time as always. Now, let me introduce you the judges for the day. The only female judge for today is Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Akosia Andrews. She's an educationist, and she's been in that business for 26 years. Please put your hands together for one of our judges who is with us this afternoon. The other judge is Reverend Joseph Janvi Blay. Now, he is with the theology department here at the Christian Service University, just like Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Akosia Andrews. He's also been in this institution for several years, teaching many students and transforming their lives. Please put your hands together for Reverend Joseph Janvi Blay. And he's not new to the cameras and, of course, to the many, many students who watch and follow this high school's debate. His name is Dr. Peter Arthur. Now, he is a senior lecturer and former head of the Department of English at KNUST. He's also the former head of the Department of Language and Communication Sciences, KNUST, and a textual analyst as well. Please put your hands together for our lead judge, Dr. Peter Arthur. Now, with that out of the way, like I always say, we always have a first-time viewer or listener to the Love FM High Schools debate. Now, as lead judge, he has the rules of engagement and also how the judges score, having listened to the debaters. At this point in time, please welcome him with a round of applause as he runs us through the rules of engagement and also how they score as judges. Today, I don't know whether he's gone up north or gone to the Volta region. He's looking very spectacular in his fugu. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. The other time you were calling me Pastor Pierrot. So you should call me Alaji Pierrot. Good. Madam Chair, just permit me to break down the rules for my dear students. My dear students, you have 5 parameters for this exercise. And as we keep saying, we have organization and clarity, argument and development, effective use of rebuttal, presentation style, and role as a particular debater. Now let's break it down. Organization and clarity. We are expecting you to raise well-researched points. And then you move on and develop the points. But at this stage, let's talk about the introduction. It must be catchy. Should be able to explain your key concepts. And then give us a very appropriate thesis statement. That is for the introduction. Now, the problem is that this is where we have what we call the judge's dilemma. You raise a point, you are developing, and the development does not align with the point. Or sometimes the point is good, but the development is bad. And then sometimes the development is bad. The development is good, the point is bad. Then the judges are confused. Now, what makes this a serious problem is that the student, the candidate is speaking fluently, and yet you have that kind of mismatch going on. So when you are training, make sure that there's that single thread moving from the topic to the explanation to whatever support that you have. Now, that is what we call unity in speech or in writing. Okay. The first speaker is taking 15 marks for that, and then the second speaker is taking 10 marks for that. And then for the summary, we have 5 marks for that. We come to arguments and development. We all know. Logical progression. You must make sure that you have good logical progression. What do you mean by logical progression is that if it's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, you follow that. Don't leave any of them out. And if it's cause and effect, make sure that the A is causing the B and no other thing. Listen, your opponent is listening. And if you make any mistake, he or she is going to pounce on you. The first speaker is taking 15 marks for that, and the second speaker is taking 10 marks for that. And again, the summary is going for 5 marks. At this particular stage, I can assure you that everybody is doing well. Honestly, we don't have problem with the first and the second. No. Where the problem is what I'm going to tell you. And that is the effective use of rebuttal. Listen, you can have a wonderful speaker, but this is the time that you think on your feet. This is the time that you prove that your script was not written for you. Because you have to be able to listen, to debunk, to rebut. And if you are the type who cannot think on your feet, then you are not the best of debaters. You understand what I'm talking about? So you can, of course, when it comes to speaking, some people are very good. But when it comes to rebutting, it's another problem altogether. Then the other partner, the other opponent, who is not as fluent as you are, will pick all the points and will win. Do you understand that? Because rebutting is part of the exercise. It's not only your ability to speak fluently. Yes, we like that. But to think on your feet and reason is part of the exercise. And I hope that you are all following that, including our listeners and then our watchers. Yes, to be able to rebut is very important. The first speaker is taking 5 marks, and then the second speaker is taking 10 marks. Now, this is the deal. If you are a first speaker, when you come, assume that they are going to say something and start rebutting. You don't have to wait for them to say anything. Other than that, the first speaker for the pro side will always have a problem. But the fact is that once you step here, you can assume that he's about to say this, so this is that. He's about to say, so this is that. Then everybody, you have something to say. So the first speaker is having 5 marks, and then the second speaker is 10 marks. But for the summary, there's nothing there. So if the first speaker comes here and is able to rebut well, we add that to what the second speaker said. Presentation style. Don't rush us. Speak naturally. Speak audibly. Speak like you are speaking. Engage your people. Your facial expression, your eye contact, your movement, your gesticulations, and all that are part of your communication. Take good care of that. And then the first speaker is taking 8, the second speaker is taking 5, and then for the summary, you have 2 marks for that. Role as a particular debater. The first speaker, please present yourself as a first speaker. Be powerful, straightforward, effective, that sort of thing. The second speaker is only supporting you. Now let's get to the rules. The principal speaker on the affirmative team presents argument in support of the motion, and that takes 10 minutes. Then the principal speaker on the opposing team presents argument opposing the resolution. That is also 10 minutes for that. And then the second speaker on the affirmative team presents further arguments in support of the resolution, identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the opposition speaker. 7 minutes for that. And then the second speaker on the opposing team presents further arguments against the resolution, identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the previous affirmative speaker. 7 minutes for that. And then the principal speaker on the affirmative team comes along with closing statements to their arguments without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to rebuttals if necessary. This time, 5 minutes. And then the principal speaker on the opposing team comes with closing statements to their arguments, again, without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to rebuttal if necessary. Again, 5 minutes for that. Every speaker must sound audible enough. Speak loudly. And wait for your turn. And do not interrupt the one who is speaking. The principal speaker is raising 5 points. And then the supporting speaker is raising 3 points. It simply means that you introduce a point, 1 mark for you. You explain, 1 mark for you. You support, another mark for you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that once you have raised the point, you have a mark. They must all relate to the topic that is on board. That is it. If you have to explain, they must relate to the topic sentence. If you have to support, they must relate to the explanation and the topic sentence. Do not just come and scatter evidence that are not related to the topic. If you do, we will deduct marks for that. Now let's get some other external rules. He who asserts must prove. And in order to establish an assertion, the team must support it with enough facts and evidence. Remember, facts and evidence must be accurate. Examples of visual materials are permissible, and once introduced, the opponent can use them as well. And tangible evidence must be tendered in as exhibit to support facts. And then in rebuttals, the debater rebutting may ask any constructive and clear question that has a direct bearing on the point raised. The one rebutting must confine him or herself to questions and not to make statements, comments, or ask rhetorical questions. Supporters from both sides must exercise discipline. They should not induce, frustrate, or intimidate the opponent. If you do that, be sure that some marks will be deducted from your overall score. Now let's talk about time. If you are on floor, you are speaking, and the bell goes, stop dead. Walk to your seat. Assume your seat. If you continue, marks will be deducted. And then in the event of tie, if two schools involved gets a tie, if they reach a tie, within 24 hours, they will have a topic and then they will battle it out. Note that the score of one judge cannot overturn that of two judges. So we have the majority decision from the judges, meaning two judges out of the three score for a school. And then we have the unanimous decision, which means that all the three judges scored for the school. You see the gentleman here? Can you come closer? That's right. Good. If you have any problem, just go to him, and then he will sort you out wonderfully. So, and the reporting time is 12:30. Please be warned. If you come after 12:30, you will be disqualified. You will be disqualified. And on that note, I think I've finished with my job for now. Okay? Yes.
And please put your hands together for Dr. Peter Arthur there. And you know what? I think that you yourself, you deserve a round of applause. So put your hands together for your own selves. Most of you came in before 12:30, and that's what we're looking at. So we're grateful and thankful to all of you. Wesley Rama. Wesley Rama. Wesley Rama. Please stand for us. You were with us last week during the preliminary stage of this year's edition of the Love FM Kel Charcoal Toothpaste High Schools debate. You know the drill already. Please stand. And as you stand, get ready to sing for us the school anthem. If you've forgotten the words, don't worry. Just keep opening your mouth and shouting it. People might think you're singing the anthem anyway. Yeah. Are you ready to sing? Oh, come on, guys. Ladies, talk to me. Are you ready to sing? Yes. Thank you very much. So on 3, you sing for us the school anthem, after which we'll get to welcome your debaters to mount the podium, take their seats. When it's their turn, they grab the microphone, and of course, they begin to debate. So on 3, we go. 1, 2, 3.
On the land of gold and rich resources, there lies a school so dear to our hearts. We hail and praise our famous men who taught for us to reach this far. God protect and bless them. In love and peace we adore. When our hearts and minds are full of songs, we sing and praise your name. Wesley girls, we praise you. Forward and ever, Wesley girls, we adore you. Fight on and succeed with strength and unity. We will march to the top. Arise, arise and shine. Wesley girls, forward and ever, Wesley girls. Fight on and succeed with strength and unity. We will march to the top. Arise, arise and shine.
Arise, arise and shine. Please put your hands together for yourselves. And also put your hands together for your debaters as they join us right now. The debaters are Alice Osensama and Bashiru Zena Sungwama. They are representing Kumasi Wesley girls. They are for the motion. And talking about the motion is upgrading the existing Accra Kumasi Highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new expressway. I'll take the motion again. Upgrading the existing Accra Kumasi Highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new expressway. Therefore, the motion, they just grab their seats. Ahenema. 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 Well, those are students from Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School. They are against the motion, and this time around they'll be standing and would also sing for us the school anthem. Ahenema, I'm sorry. We're not going to form sorry, didn't you? With Ahenema, I'm sorry. You're standing because you're about to sing for us the school anthem as well. We'll do it on 3, and Uncle Francis Drewy would help us so you sing your song because he will be playing it for you. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so please let's welcome your debaters then. And they are Murphy Yawasari, the principal speaker, and Michelle Saf Appiah, the supporting speaker. Don't forget that Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, the debaters, they are against the motion. And just as a reminder, the motion is upgrading the existing Accra Kumasi Highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new expressway. The accurate timekeeper is in Mr. Kelvin, and Kelvin is right here with me. Kelvin, so if the principal speaker has 3 more minutes to go on his 10 minutes, what will you do? And when his time is up, or her time is up, what would you do? If the supporting speaker has 2 more minutes to go on his or her 5 minutes, what will you do? If the whole 7 minutes is up, what will you do? Then we have the summaries that will take 5 minutes. Now, when they have done 3 minutes in their presentation, they have 2 more minutes to go, what will you do? And when the 5 minutes is up, what will you do? Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the debate to begin. This is going to be the 7th contest at the round of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome the principal speaker for Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School, Alice Osei Sama.
The Accra-Kumasi Highway is one of the most important roads in Ghana. It connects the nation's capital to Kumasi, links several communities and businesses, as well as facilitate the transportation of people, goods, and resources. However, it is faced with several challenges, including congestion, potholes, accidents, and inadequate maintenance. Now, let me make our position clear from the beginning. We are not against Ghana getting a new expressway. We are saying that when resources are limited, upgrading existing models should come first. Why should we prioritize making a new road when there's an existing road that we can upgrade? Why should we start from scratch when there's already a scratch that we can build upon? My opponents are going to argue, and I know that this new expressway is going to help with future development. We acknowledge that Ghana needs future-oriented infrastructures. However, responsible development means taking care of today's infrastructure while preparing for tomorrow's infrastructure. Future development should complement existing structures, not neglect it to come back to it later. The ever-wise chair, bold and impartial panel of judges, ever accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Greetings from the land of gold and rich resources. The alphabetical construction of my name is Osei Sama Alice, an incomparable student of Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School, and the principal speaker in vehement arguments for the motion quotes and quotes. Upgrading the Accra-Kumasi Highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new expressway. The chair of the House, my purpose here today is simple. It is to eradicate, obliterate, and decimate the preposterous foundations of my opponent's arguments. However, before I go ahead to do that, permit me to break down certain keywords to the House for the benefit of our listeners. According to Wikipedia, upgrading means improving something by replacing parts of it with a better, newer version. Existing means something that is currently in place. And finally, prioritizing something means ranking goals or items by order of importance so we can deal with the crucial matters first. The motion, therefore, in its simple structure, the chair of the House, means that improving the Accra-Kumasi Highway today should be done first before the construction of any new expressway. And with this, I vehemently stand for the motion. The chair of the House, my first point. The existing road is in serious need of improvement. According to the Ministry of Roads and Highways, Ghana's road network accounts for 90% transported goods and resources in our country. If 90% of our transported goods and resources is by road, then its improvement and upgrading should never be treated as a secondary matter, not at all. And when this road connects to Accra and Kumasi, two of our country's major economic centers, then it definitely should be a national priority. The chair of the House, according to research and statistics, the new expressway is expected to be completed by January 2029, 2 good years from now. Now let's take a good look at this video.
The numerous, potholes we have on this road, extremely
The chair of the House, looking at this video and the number of deaths that have occurred on this same road, are we to wait for 2 good years of such circumstances to occur? How many more lives are we willing to lose on these same roads? How many accidents and injuries are we to condone until our heavily structured expressway is completed? My second point, the chair of the House, is the massiveness of this project. The project is reported to be 176 kilometers. Bridges, intelligent transport systems, emergency response, and it is to reduce time by approximately 2 hours. Most importantly, the government has deposited $1.7 billion into a dedicated account for this project. Now, we acknowledge that this project is modern and ambitious, and therefore might be considered as worthy of such an amount. However, how sure are we that this project will be completed by the approximated 2 years that has been promised to us? The chair of the House, we have seen it before. A typical example is the Afari Government Military Hospital, which was expected to be completed by these same very statistics by 2018, after its initiation in March 2014. But what did we see? The project, which was valued at $180 million, after more than 10 good years, the project still stood uncompleted. The chair of the House, we are in a country where its government comes with its own ideas of building a legacy rather than helping the country with its most pressing needs. A typical example is what my opponents are doing today here on this stage. The chair of the House. According to citynewsroom.com, Ghana has over 8 billion Ghana cedis worth projects which are left unfinished. And yet, my opponents are crying for another one to commence. We have no problem. But should it be noticed as more important No, never. So what are you talking about? The chair, the house, my third point. My opponents will enlist to you the benefits of this new expressway, including reduced congestion, reduced travel time, safety, and future developments. However, they cannot list a single crucial consequence of prioritizing the upgrading of the old road over the construction of the new road. The only emphasis they will keep on giving to you is that the old road, upgrading the old road is not going to contribute to future development. However, one major step to future development is the protection of our citizens' lives. The chair, the house. My opponent is going to continue to argue with us, but the question to the house is that, are these benefits outweighing the consequences of not prioritizing the upgrading of the old road? Do these reduce time travel, this reduce congestion, and this future development outweigh the number of deaths we are going to see within that 2 years time interval? Do they outweigh the number of injuries, fatalities, and accidents that's going to occur? The chair, the house, I don't think so. My last point is to draw your attention back to the motion once again. The existing Accra-Kumasi highway is already established, already connected to communities, and already carrying economic activities. The problem is that it is not safe. Upgrading it now, before the construction of any expressway, will provide sooner benefits. Let's not forget that this new expressway is not going to eliminate the old road. So what is our problem? President Mahama himself stated that the old road is still going to complement the new road, meaning that they are going to work hand in hand. We are definitely going to improve it sooner or later. Why don't we do it today to save the lives of our people? Why are we playing with the lives of innocent people that share the house? My opponents will claim that they are also not against us upgrading the old road. However, they are against we prioritizing it. Therefore, you are against we taking measures to curb the current needs of our citizens on the roads. They share the house. We should not expect Ghanaians to condone the poor roads until a new one is built. We should not condone to injuries and deaths until a new expressway is built. In penny forecast and be say, here, and my opponents, I assure you, no amount of sweet words will lure the judges to your side. With this, I rest my case.
Lovely audience, my opponents with all their alacrities want to emotionally charm this house to believing that because Accra-Kumasi highway already exists, it must automatically be given priority. Panel of judges, this is an appeal to tradition, wanting us to believe just because something already exists must therefore be the best option. The chair, Accra-Kumasi highway is indeed important, as it serves as the backbone for the movement of goods and people in Ghana. However, we cannot solve our transportation challenges today simply by relying on an established corridor that moves through towns, settlements, and local traffic. The chair, Ghana needs a new, modern, and high-capacity corridor that can meet the growing demands of our economy. Students of Kumasi Wesley Girls, rise up for change, because you, me, and everyone sitting in this auditorium deserve better. The outstanding chairperson, bold and impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, or other protocols duly observed. Representing Osei Kyeretwie Shs High School today, I am Murphy Yao Asare, principal speaker against the motion. I quote, upgrading the existing Accra-Kumasi highway should be prioritized over the existing over constructing an expressway, unquote. The ever beautiful chairperson, as custom demands, allow me to elucidate some key terms in the motion for better understanding of all and sundry. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, upgrading means a raising or a state of being raised to a higher rank or position. Prioritize means to decide which of group of things are the most important so that you can deal with them first. The existing Accra-Kumasi road is the current traditional highway linking Ghana's capital Accra to Kumasi. And lastly, Accra-Kumasi Expressway is a proposed 198.7 kilometers expressway starting from Accra to Kumasi. That, when completed, will become Ghana's first sales access loan contract way. All in all, the motion in its naked form seeks to possess that instead of putting our resources into constructing an expressway that could provide a safer, faster and sustainable means of transport, we should direct our attention to the existing Accra-Kumasi highway that continue to deteriorate and expose users to serious dangers. And we are not accepting this. Panel of judges, before I draw into my main argument for today, allow me to scrutinize the assertions made by my opponents. My opponents mounted this podium and asserted that Accra-Kumasi road already exists, so why build another road? This is a wrong analogy. The fact that we have existing road is not an argument against an ultramodern road. This is not about having existing road or not. This is about the roads that we are having. Is it enough for the Ghana we are becoming? Thus, President Mahama reiterated that the existing road will remain available while the new express road will serve people traveling faster. So my dear opponents, you might want to come back next time. My opponents also asserted that there is no guarantee that the project will be abandoned. But have they forgotten that the same government will construct the existing road that we are talking about? My dear, this does not register. My opponents also asserted that yes, a need before a want. But the motion does not ask us to reject the future. So you might want to come back next time. This into concept, our premier point in opposition of the resolution is that a modern expressway will drastically reduce the delays that holds Ghana's economic movement hostage. The chair of the House, what is the value of having roads that cannot move people and goods efficiently? Yes, Accra-Kumasi highway is not only used by people who travel from Accra to Kumasi, but also carries commercial trucks and heavy trucks. So is it reasonable to expect the same road to serve both local traffic and long distance? I await your answer. The House, a modern expressway will drastically reduce unnecessary interruption and also allows smoother flow of vehicles. Now, the Ministry of Roads and Highways has reviewed that the proposed Accra Expressway will significantly enhance productivity and also reduce travel time up to 40%. The House, if the minister responsible for our roads and highways has defended the project aimed at national development, Erama, what are you saying? The House, for proper understanding of this particular point, let us watch this video.
Accra Kumasi Expressway no yababe dru Kumasi Ashanti region. No more Ashanti region. Adwuma kose de ejoso Bosomtwe Lake. It is a Ghana. Ye benya bibi say ama ye nya bypass ye nya express road wa Accra Kumasi. Okay. Because me no anomo de me Ghana de me hu say Ghana ya kam wo kwa mebiri so. Nka Ghana de ka wo kwa kra nka how many hours? Ka 4 hours. Can you say 4 hours? I just 1 hour 30 minutes. That's what Accra.
Literally, you are listening to good news. My dear opponents, let us embrace game changer and stop the doom you are preaching. To our second point, we argue that Ghana needs long-term infrastructure, not only short-term repair. The House, there is a difference between maintenance and development. Lands of natural resources, pay attention. Maintenance keeps an existing asset function, and development prepares the country for it. Madam Jackson, you are looking splendid this afternoon, but can I shock you? Can I move on? The House, Ghana is not the only country facing transportation challenges. Other nations have recognized that development requires more than existing roads. The House, an article published by Transport Research International Documentation revealed that the Soyo Busan once was opened in 1970. Since then, the Republic of Korea has seen significant economic, industrial, and social growth. Oh, am I overgeneralizing? Let me bring you home. Ethiopia also invested in expressway and House the World Bank reported that Ethiopia has seen significant change in improvement of their roadways. Now the House, these countries did not wait before their existing roads become completely useless. They built for the future. They invested in connectivity. So why then should Ghana continue to be the only stranger in Jerusalem? To my third point, we argue that the construction of a new expressway is not a duplication of the existing road. It is a deliberate separation of local traffic and long distance. The chair, my opponents seem to believe that once the existing roads are repaired and widened, our transportation problem is solved. This is where the argument collapses. The chair, the question is not how wide the road is, but what the road is intended to achieve. The Minister for Roads and Highways has stated that Accra-Kumasi dualization, including bypass at Osino Enyinase and Konongo was intended to reduce vehicular traffic and also improve the movement of goods and services. Now, the existing roads my opponents are preaching about is improved to address congestion. That does not mean it performed the same function at the expressway we are talking about. The 2025 government description says that the proposed Accra Expressway would be Ghana's first sales access loan control. Now, this is not the old road going to the barber shop for a new haircut. We are talking about a different, completely job. So the dream you are preaching, you can save the drama for after this content because you may need it. To our 4 points, we argue that an expressway can boost trade and economic growth. I can already see my opponents wondering, what does an expressway do with economic growth? Well, let me save from the trouble of wondering because the answer is bigger than the road itself. Now, judges, imagine a farmer harvesting hundreds of crates of tomatoes and sending them to Accra for selling. Now, imagine his truck caught behind congestion. This means he spent much time on transportation and fuel. Now, imagine the same farmer having access to a more designed expressway that is achieved to improve faster and convenient transport. This means he spends less time on the road and also reaches Accra so that the tomatoes will reach them safely. Now, when the tomatoes move faster, the market moves faster. When the market moves faster, the economy grows. And what are we heading to? Is it not development? The House, an article, a World Bank approved $500 million to improve Ghana's market access and connectivity project. They made us aware that poor road continue to limit market access and also contribute to post-harvest loss. The chair, even the World Bank is recognizing that transportation is an economic issue. Don't I have the legal ground upon which I stand here to argue that yes, indeed, the expressway should be prioritized over the existing Accra roads? Of course, I do. Therefore, point 5, we submit that the existing road can be maintained while the expressway is developed. The chair, this is perhaps the weakness in the motion. The motion creates a false choice. It suggests that Ghana must choose between maintaining the existing road and also constructing an expressway. But we can do both, can't we? The existing road, the local road can be rehabilitated and maintained while we build the expressway. After all, we are not asking Ghana to abandon the existing road. We are saying improve it, maintain it, and also place a priority to the expressway because it appears to have more benefits than the existing roads my opponents are talking about. Now, let's take the Accra motorway, for example. Ghana did not simply abandon the existing road network. When the motorway was developed, the motorway became a higher capacity route, while the other road continued serving local movements. Now, my opponents asserted that the existing Accra Kumasi road is in a deplorable state. People are dying, so it needs urgent attention because the expressway will take too long. Yes, they are right that people are dying. The roads needs attention, but they have made a very big mistake in today's context. They have confused an urgent problem with a reason to abandon a long-term solution. People are dying. Yes, we agree. The chair, if my roof is leaking today, I will call a carpenter, but I will not tell the carpenter that my roofing is leaking today, so don't build me a stronger roof. Of course not. I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen.
For us to attain the maximum level of our stability, we need not heads that know, nor eyes that see, but ears to listen and hands to. The ever-wise chair, adjudicators characterized by impartiality, ever-vigilant man of the chronometer, fellow combatants of today's verbal bone of contention, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. I am Bashir Zaina Sunma, the supporting speaker for the affirmative, and I rise vehemently in proposition of the motion, quote, upgrading the existing Accra Kumasi Highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new expressway. The chair, the House, the Accra to Kumasi Highway is Ghana's economic primary artery, linking our busiest port and central capital city to our central trading hub and northern territories. With this, the Ghana Highway Authority labels it as a national road 6. That is the N6 for short. Today, we do not rise to argue against progress, but for immediate and life-saving action. I rise to compliment my principal speaker, clearly demonstrated. I rise not to be a blurry vision, but to enlighten this august house with more insightful points. Point 5, the chair. Moving on, the focus on the economic benefit of communities. The current highway passes 20 plus communities, including Konongo, Insawang, among others. These towns heavily depend on these roads for trade and transport. As a result, according to research on ResearchGate, it shows that 83% of petty traders within Insawang rely heavily on transit traffic for their livelihood. Building an all-new expressway certainly is creating and replicating a serious disaster because livelihoods are going to be destroyed, jobs will be lost, and unemployment surges higher and higher. My dear Open, building an expressway is certainly not we are against. You came here and you told us that an expressway would reduce congestion and also reduce time travel. These are attractive ways, but let's talk about the grievances of our traders, the truck drivers, and the farmers. They need the N6 reduced, upgraded now, not later. The house, moving on, the cost effectiveness and faster delivery. Building an all-new expressway is higher and cost efficient and cheap and higher and costly than upgrading the current N6. We are not saying that the expressway should not be built. Rather, we are saying that comparing these two projects, the N6 upgrading is far cheaper and safer because today, according to 2026 mid-year fiscal policy review, it says that an expressway is 176 kilometers, 6 lanes. These are not just mere words. It is an indication that this is a massive project. Hence, with limited resources, we should channel it into fixing what we already have today before addressing future needs of the expressway. Hence, when resources are limited, we should prioritize what is needed first. My fellow combatants, if millions of people are using the road, should we tell them to wait while a new road is being constructed, or should we prioritize fixing the road for urgent use by Ghanaians today? Another major point addresses the maintenance and sustainability. We have our NCs being in its poorest condition. How sure are we that after the completion of an expressway, which is even a promise that cannot be fulfilled, it can be in its best condition after this incumbent government leaves office? Certainly not. This doubles our maintenance burden. According to the road ministry in 2024, it said that at Pedua to adjacent section, we are at Kumasi schools and we know these are typical towns within Kumasi. It said that it has potholes, cracks and depression and needs serious urgent rehabilitation. Now, my open, why then do we have to abandon this infrastructure that is already in place? The existing highway is not just asphalt, it is a link between communities and cities as well. Therefore, when we talk about upgrade, we're not talking about a woman customizing herself, cosmetic resurfacing. Rather, we are talking about improving with corridor level advancement with technological features involved. The house. As a result, all the projects being abandoned leaves a tale that Ghana's development is surely a tale to sell, leaving a mark of guilt. A very good question mark, a very clarifying question, my dear opponent. If we have a government in place, it should certainly not abandon a national outreach that has been carrying the entire nation for years. Rather, it should prioritize fixing it before bringing an external outreach, which is the expressway currently being discussed today. My opponent, you pointed here and you said an expressway reduces. The motion is on priority, not the benefits of an expressway. We are not against the expressway, but the motion is on priority. The word is underlined. My opponent, you mounted here and told us that our upgrading is never the best option. We never concluded that it is the best option. Rather, we said it is what is currently needed by most Ghanaians, so we should prioritize it first. Transportation cannot only be solved by even the expressway. With the expressway being developed, Ghana is a developing country, and as time moves on, definitely we have new advancement. So certainly, an expressway is not the key to Ghana's development, and you told us that it will definitely advance transport, which we agree. But it does not solve our transportation problems because it is clearly stated by the NRSA that when roads are being developed, the more accidents occur. The house. My opponent stated that we are putting our resources instead of investing it into somewhere. Yes, my opponent, you are putting billions of CDs into something that you are not even really sure of what is going to happen. My opponent, you mounted here talking about productivity with people. What will happen when numerous of our youth are dying on the roads day by day? We were here when ministers promised things that they could not do after they left office. Apinomaki mounted the state as minority leader claiming about Buhaha to the way he is somewhere else. Yet the project they made are still lying hanging. My opponent, you can clearly see that we are trying to make us look anti-development to our dear judge. But my dear Vice Chair, my dear Granny, please don't let them nail you to your side. Rather, focus when we have. My dear opponents, we are not saying that an expressway should not be built, but rather we are saying that how can we build a golden bridge today where the wooden bridge is collapsing under our watch? My dear opponent, you have used a pencil before. When the graphite in the pencil breaks, certainly you should sharpen it if you can, or you throw it away. But because of ignorance, you say a yes, a bold capitalized yes, YES, which is simply an act of ignorance and childishness rather than maturity. My dear opponent, millions of Ghanaians are using this road, so currently we need this road first before writing something else. It is similar. If an upgrade is possible, then upgrade first, without neglecting
people's human, and we are talking about modernization. Modernization, when the youth that are going to benefit from it are really dying on this road day in, day out. The N6 is our priority today. My dear open, development is never measured by the new advancements that are being announced. Rather, it is measured by how wisely resources are being used. With this, priority is not equal to rejection. We are not rejecting an expressway being built. Rather, we are proposing that an upgrade of the N6 is what we should prioritize currently, not the expressway. My opponent, on your way to this place, you could see the poor maintenance and the poor conditions of the road. You could see the bars jacking through Fort Ember. You could also see potholes within the roads leading to this place. So, my dear opponent, I can clearly see that your vision is blurry. But please, with these enlightened points, I and my principal speaker has developed. Kindly move and shift for us to give you more in-depth analysis about how to do a proper research and seek for fact, rather than moving around something like a helicopter that is lost within its space. My dear opponent, when a pilot is driving, I rest my case. Thank you.
My dear ladies, I know girls are sometimes emotional, but please relax. We are here to talk about the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana cannot continue to repair yesterday's road when tomorrow is already knocking at our door. I sometimes ask myself, when exactly will Ghana build a future? The Accra-Kumasi corridor is not just a road. It is the backbone of movements between Ghana's political and economic centers. Yes, as our populations grow, as our businesses expand, and as traffic increases, then we should ask ourselves a critical question. Should Ghana continue to pour resources in upgrading the existing road, or should we construct a new expressway which is capable of meeting the demands of the future? With this, the chair impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, all protocols duly observed. Good day. From Osei Kyeretwie Shs High School, I am Michelle Apieji Safa, the supporting speaker, vehemently opposing the motion before the House. And I quote, upgrading the Accra existing highway should be prioritized over constructing a new expressway. Unquote. The House, I know my principal speaker has already elaborated the motion to its simplest. Therefore, per my role as a subordinate speaker, permit me to add up my points. But before that, Reverend, allow me to counter, dismantle, and debunk some baseless assertions made by my opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent mounted this podium and asserted that we are saying that there is no accident that is going to happen on the expressway. This is a deviated point. We are not saying that the expressway comes with a magical shield against accidents. What we are saying is that a properly designed expressway will reduce the number of accidents from happening. And my opponents know that accidents happen everywhere, but that does not mean that all roads are equally safe. In other words, it means that the expressway will be much safer. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my opponent mounted this podium and asserted that the expressway costs expensive. The chair of the House, my opponent mounted this podium and calculated the cost of construction. But then, have they calculated the cost of congestion? Did they calculate the cost of traffic? Did they calculate the cost of accidents? Obviously, no. They might like to come back next time. The chair of the House, my opponent also mounted this podium and made mention of the fact that Ghana should repair every existing road before constructing a new one. Ladies and gentlemen, upgrading the existing road is important, but let us know this. Ghana cannot only react to today's developments, because if he does so, Ghana will ever and ever be prepared for tomorrow. With this, it leads me to my first point by saying that the expressway will improve long-term solution. Ladies and gentlemen, what do I mean by this? Upgrading an old road will only solve its condition. It does not necessarily solve the fundamental problem. And ladies, let us know that the Accra-Kumasi corridor is one of Ghana's most greatest important routes for tomorrow. And as traffic increases, then upgrading the existing road would only postpone the problem and not to solve it. My dear opponents, let me ask you just a simple question. Why should we continuously repair this same road when this road continues to face deterioration? I expect you to mount this podium with confidence and answer this question. Judges, this is not merely my opinion. On September 2024, Ghana News Agency reported that Ghana News Agency reported that the Accra-Kumasi Highway, that is Peja and Ejosu section, have faced potholes, cracks, and depression, and that despite years of deterioration, these roads continue to face deterioration. So my opponents, if this same approach have not solved the long-lasting deterioration, then why should we continue to use this same approach? Judges, again, Ghana News Agency reported that the media budget stated that the expressway is proposed as a 176 kilometer 6 lane, which is as a flash shift. The Chair of the House, this tells us that the government itself has acknowledged the fact that upgrading the existing road is not the problem, but rather providing a long-term solution, and that is very simple. The expressway will be our savior, just like Jesus Christ. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Atta, Ghana needs roads that do not merely survive today's traffic, but then leads roads that demand into tomorrow's anticipation. With this, we strongly oppose that upgrading the Kumasi-Accra highway should be prioritized over the construction of a new highway, unquote. The House. This leads me to my second point by saying that the expressway will improve road safety. Ladies and gentlemen, road development is not merely about the moving vehicles. It is about the development, it is about the protection of humans. Judges, imagine a mother traveling to a hometown and tells his children, goodbye, I'll come soon. A student also telling his colleagues, we will meet tomorrow. And a driver traveling at night, expecting this road to take him or her safely to the destination. Judges, for these people, road is not merely an asphalt. It determines whether they will return home or not. The House, this becomes more danger when Yen.com reported that 38 casualties are found in fatal crash on Accra Kumasi Highway. At whom, again, the House, Graphic Online reported that on May 12, 2026, there were 3 deaths and 20 injured on this same Accra Kumasi Road. Mrs. Jackson, I am not done. On 14 July 2026, Yen.com reported that there were 3 deaths and 15 injured. Obey the House, the accident is too much. This tells us that despite years of intervention on these roads, the Accra Kumasi Road still continues to face deterioration. So my opponent, why should we waste our time in investing on the repair of the existing roads rather than building a design and an expressway which will be safer for us now and the future? Therefore, the House, if these two roads continue to face accident after accident, then I ask you, Reverend, why should we continue to prioritize repairing these same roads if they still causes danger? And this leads me to my third point by saying that the expressway will reduce pressure of the existing road. The Chair of the House, what do I mean by this? The existing road is under tremendous pressure because it is expected to perform too many functions. But then when an expressway is proposed as a portion to then assist the existing road, then it means that it will reduce the pressure on the existing road. What do I mean by this? There will be less congestion, there will be free traffic and safety movement. Judges, Road Minister Kwame Gavin, stated that the expressway will not replace the existing highway. The House, this tells us that although the existing road will be in maintenance, we should prioritize constructing an expressway which will benefit for us now and the future. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let us not build tomorrow with yesterday's solution. But then we are not against the motion that upgrading the Accra Kumasi Highway should not be priority. We are saying that we should maintain it, but then prioritize the construction of an expressway. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let us not repair the future when we have the power to build the future. And I hope you all agree with me. With this, I rest my case.
The Chair of the House, my second mountain on this stage is not to blow dust into your eyes, but to present to you the summary of the point of I and my supporting speaker, as well as rebut some points that my opponents made. 1, the existing highway is in need of immediate attention, and that is the reason why we should prioritize it. 2, the new project is massive, and it is not even promised to be completed within the 2 years time interval that we've been promised. 3, the consequence of not prioritizing upgrading the old highway far outweighs the benefits that this new expressway is to bring us. 4, should we stop all road upgrades now to build a new expressway? We have a lot of roads that are also being upgraded. Why don't we stop and then build expressway for all these roads? 5, the economic impact on existing communities of the Accra Kumasi Highway is high. That is why we should prioritize upgrading it. 6, cost effectiveness and faster delivery of the upgrade of the old road. Therefore, we need to prioritize upgrading it since it is cost effective. Finally, maintenance is sustainability. We need maintenance for our roads so that we can facilitate sustainability. Now, moving on to the rebuttals, the Chair of the House. My opponent stated that just because the road exists, it doesn't mean we shouldn't prioritize. You must be confused. The road exists. People are dying. People are using it. Why do you say that it exists? Therefore, just because it exists, therefore we shouldn't prioritize it. You talked about Ghana deserving better. a better road, and people dying, I guess. You talked about safer and faster new road. We upgrading the old road is going to create a safer road for the people. Then we can build any other expressway in the near or later future. It is simple. You talked about rejection of future. It is never our point. We are students, and that is why we are in school, because we want to develop Ghana as a nation. It doesn't mean that we want to develop Ghana, doesn't mean that we should kill our people. Let's say we finish this expressway and then everybody is dead from road accidents. Which Ghana are we building? They share the house. They talked about Ethiopia being one of the countries which has good expressway. But did they research that Ethiopia is one of the countries which has deteriorating smaller roads in their country? I'm sure they did research. You are confusing yourself. We are not rejecting the idea of expressway. Oh. We are rejecting the idea of making it before upgrading the existing Kumasi-Accra highway. You also talked about World Bank, which agrees for this expressway. But the question is, has World Bank come down to view our smaller roads, their state, and how bad they are looking now? I don't think so. You talked about it being the new road and the old road working hand in hand. If you know that it can work hand in hand, why are you against we prioritizing it? They chair the house. They also talked about we abandon a long-term project, which is also another confusion. You keep on thinking that we are against the expressway. We are not against this. We are against we building it before upgrading the old road. They also talked about when will Ghana build a future. Ghana will build a future when we have people living, people alive, not everybody dead due to road accidents. When we have expressway and people are dead, what is the essence of the expressway? They share the house. You talked about deterioration of the roads, even though we keep on upgrading. Deterioration doesn't mean abandoning. It just means that we need to put in measures, because if you're talking about we upgrading it and still it will be deteriorating, what shows that this new expressway will also not deteriorate? This expressway will also have the same traffic congestion if it's going to serve many people. It is going to have the same deterioration if we do not maintain it well. So what is your problem? You also talked about expressway being our savior. It is a fallacy. This old road can also be our savior if we upgrade it and maintain it well. They chair the house. They also talked about the number of deaths, saying that if people are dying, then why should we upgrade it? You forget that if we do not upgrade it, more people are going to die. They are just confusing us all, blowing dust into our eyes. But we are not to be confused. You continuously mentioned intervention. This is intervention. Upgrading the old road is intervention. Building a new expressway before upgrading it is we being not responsibly developed. They chair the house. The ball is in your court. Upgrade the existing road now and build any future expressway later. We are talking about lives here. We are talking about innocent lives here. Vehicles being destroyed, properties. Didn't we watch the video? What is our problem? By the time we finish building this expressway, let's share the house. I rest my case.
The chair, I guess house, allow me to be a historian for today. In 1961, when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah initiated the Akosombo Dam, section of Ghanaians protested bitterly against the project. But what do we see now? It is our savior in time of crisis. Madam Andrews, the moral lesson from this is that no matter how favorable or beneficial something may appear to be, there is always an opposition. And the idea is that the opposition never wins. I have mounted this podium again, not to throw ice in the dust of the house, nor to circumlocute, but to summarize the cogent points raised by my subordinate speaker and I against the motion. The House, we contended that 1, a modern expressway will drastically reduce the delays that hold Ghana's economic movement hostage. 2, Ghana needs long-term infrastructure, not only short-term long-term repairs. 3, the construction of a new expressway is not a duplication, my opponent, it's not a duplication of existing road. It is a deliberate separation of local traffic from long distance. 4, an expressway can boost trade and economic growth. 5, the existing road can be maintained while the expressway is developed. 6, expressway will provide long-term solutions. 7, expressway will improve road safety. And 8, we asserted that expressway will reduce the pressure on the existing road. Now the House, to some assertions my opponents made. My opponent mounted this podium and alluded that an expressway will cost too much. A big Ghana for. The chair, it seems whenever Ghanaians hear about development, our first question is, how much will it cost? Because we are afraid of paying for today, we end up paying even more tomorrow. If we keep choosing the cheaper option today, only to return to tomorrow to repair, to rehabilitate, to patch, are we really saving for the future? It is high time Ghanaians stop such shameless and hypocritical attitude and start creating for the future. My opponent mounted this podium and said that we are sitting in ignorance and childlessness. This is an ad hominem logical fallacy, where you make the basis of your argument on the person saying it, rather than logic behind their words. The fact that my opponents had lost and had resorted to personal attacks goes a long way to cancel their organization and clarity, but will go and rebut even in their deviations. My opponent mounted this podium and alluded that there is no guarantee that an incoming government will continue the project. Hey, this is poor analysis. Since when did possibility of change in government becomes a reason to reject a necessary infrastructure? If that logic holds, then Ghana should not begin any developmental project because the government will abandon enemies of progress. My opponents claim that we need safety now. Yes, we agree. We need safety now. But that's why we are not abandoning the current road. The chair, we will not be like Peter, whom Jesus said to him in Matthew chapter 26, verse 25. Literally, before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. So my dear, let's think alike. Ghana deserves better, don't we? My opponents also asserted that Ghanaians have cried out that Accra Kumasi Highway should be a priority. This is an inaccurate conclusion. Yes, many Ghanaians have cried on the existing road to be fixed, and we agree. But my opponents have misunderstood the cries of Ghanaians. Ghanaians are crying for better road, not for Ghana to abandon the future. Next time, do your research well. My opponents also alluded that literally a need before a want. My dear, who told you expressway is a want? It's expanding Ghana's transport a want. It's expanding Ghana's capacity illusion. The term a want is something we desire. A need is something our development requires. They have simply labeled our need a want because they have run out of reason to oppose. Now the House, let's watch on the screen. This is the old auditorium of Kumasi Wesley Girls. And then the project B is the new auditorium that they are ongoing now. My question is, why did their school management choose to build a new ultramodern road, ultramodern as a auditorium? As it stands now, their old auditorium only needs painting and renovation. So why did your school management require to build a new auditorium if it is indeed and not a priority? Mind you are contradicting yourself. My opponent said that government may embezzle the money meant for the expressway. But have you forgotten that the same government will construct the existing expressway? Yes, the chair. It is with this and many others that are called upon all and sundry to rally behind us as we oppose the motion, quote, upgrading the existing Accra highway should be prioritized over the construction of an expressway. The chair, the House, I bow.
All right, so you know what? I know that you were enjoying the debate, and at some points during the debate, some of you wanted to clap, some of you wanted to make noise, but you know the rules of engagement, so you didn't clap, you didn't make the noise. This is the time. You want to clap, clap. You want to make noise, make the noise. All right. But one thing that I noted to the debaters, not just these debaters who are here right now, but for those of you who are watching us, who will be joining us from next week for the quarterfinal stage, we appreciate you so much. We enjoy watching and listening to you. But some of you rush in your deliveries. And when you rush, it makes it very difficult for us to really understand and hear what you're saying. Listen, when we began this Love FM High School's debate, we gave the principal speakers 7 minutes. We gave the supporting speakers 5 minutes. We gave the summaries 3 minutes. But we realized that you were rushing. So what we decided to do was to increase the time from 7 to 10, from 5 to 7, and 3 to 5. So you have ample time so you relax with your presentation. Unfortunately, some of you are still rushing us. Please, if you advance to the quarterfinal stage, when you mount the podium, take your time and debate. With that out of the way, I'd like to say a very big thank you to our title sponsor, Inkel Charcoal Toothpaste. Now, it's been formulated and produced under strict hygienic conditions with all the necessary protocols and approved by the FDA. Now, the constant use of Kel Charcoal Toothpaste gives you fresh breath, whitens your teeth, reduces dental plaques, prevents cavity, and makes gum healthy and strong. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste is recommended for adults and children from age 6, so get a pack at your local supermarket today. Now, it is another quality product from Samara Company Limited. You can call them on 0246-864-798 or 050-145-462. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, happy smile. I'd like to say a big thank you to the Christian Service University, and for your information, they are admitting students for the 2026-2027 academic year. Now, for over 50 years, Christian Service University, they have been training ethical and visionary leaders who are making a difference in Ghana and beyond. Apply now for their undergraduate and postgraduate programs, including a flagship Doctor of Ministry in Christian Leadership and Management, gain holistic education grounded in Christian values with opportunities in scholarships, entrepreneurship, and employability for a better future. You can find Christian Service University at Star Junction, Santasi, or log on to www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU, the University of Choice. Also, many thanks to the Jackson University College. Now, they offer master's program in English and Maths education, guidance and counseling, and educational leadership and administration. Now, they are also offering bachelor, post-diploma, and postgraduate programs in education. Sign up for their short IT courses in digital marketing, software engineering, cybersecurity, web development, data analytics, and more. Call Jackson University College right now on 020-126-0290 for more enquiries. Now, before Patricia and Becca take over from me, please put your hands together for these debaters one more time as they take leave of the podium. And Patricia, I like the smile on your face. What's running in your head?
Yes, in my is it my mind or in my mind or my mind? Which one is which one?
It's on your mind.
It's on my mind.
On your mind. What's running on your mind?
Ayo, there's a lot of things running on my mind right now. But of course, you mentioned the smile, and you know it's from only one place, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Can you all do the same thing? Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Hey, this lady, she's talking. Madam, the fair lady, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, you alone. Okay, so you also need to get yourself Kel Charcoal Toothpaste today. But let's now say thank you to our friends at Best Brains Publications, located at Pankrono in Kumasi. They are the only place that is making sure that they secure tomorrow's academic well-being of our wards today. So if you are a parent and you are looking for quality NACA and GS approved English, science, mathematics, and computing textbooks, of course, for your ward that will actually build their future at the basic level and give them this bright future that you see, just make your way now to Best Brain Publications Limited.
We also like to say a very big thank you to JM Ado and Sons for bringing us Oneplex 400. We all know worms can affect our health, and therefore we need Oneplex 400 to help eliminate all kinds of worms in our bodies. Oneplex 400 is a sweet, easy to chew tablet and can be taken at any time of the day. It is suitable for children above 1 year. Breastfeeding and pregnant mothers must consult their physicians before taking any dewormer. Get Oneplex 400 at any pharmacy, and for bulk purchases, contact JM Adutwum Shs.
Now we say thank you to Kumasi Community Bank PLC, where they are still serving you and I, of course, individuals, institutions, businesses, government and private sector workers with safe, secure, convenient banking solutions. Now they operate every kind of account and give you the most flexible interest rate loans. Enjoy our digital banking services today by dialing *992#. Visit our newest branch at Masu Kenyago around the police station, and also our headquarters at Antwerp Room. Find our other branches at Manson Kwanta, Manswe Dubia, Manso Datano, Bekwai, Anyang Kwanta, Akrokeri, Roman Hill, at Semkas Campus, Ahojo, Atenga Junction, Santase, and also Sofo Line. Call us today on 0247 2000013, 0247 2000013. Kumasi Community Bank PLC, your reliable financial partner.
We also say thank you to New Generation Investment Services, NGIS. They are currently offering managed investments and also assisting with pension planning and managing Tier 2 and Tier 3 pensions. Secure your future with our Enidaso Mutual Fund, NGIS Money Market Fund, and private funds. You can also speak to any of our seasoned advisors about your investment goals and aspirations. NGIS is licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. NGIS, achieving excellent returns on your investments.
Now, St. Ben's Jewelry is still giving would-be couples this flexible payment plan if they want, of course, wedding, engagement, and promise rings. Visit St. Ben's Jewelry today for your quality, elegant, affordable white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and silver rings. Get also your earrings, your bracelets, your watches, and all your accessories, yes, to beautify you for that special occasion at St. Ben's Jewelry. They would also polish your old ornaments for you. Locate them in Kumasi at Amakum, right opposite the Edward Nasser building, and also at Edum in the Chelsea House, right opposite the Standard Chartered Bank. St. Ben's Jewelry, we say just dream it and it will be done.
Now, write effortlessly with Seppo Mystical Original Pen. Enjoy smooth, precise, smudge-free lines every time you write. Get yours today in blue, black, or red. You can locate Seppo products at Paul Sego Lane here in Kumasi and Okainshi, Accra. Seppo Mystical Original Pen, your #1 choice for premium writing. And for bulk purchases, kindly call 0264-885-117, 0264-885-117.
Now, if you want your ward to pass their BECE exams, okay, because we understand that all the kids here, Becca, they all had 6 ones. Please, true or false?
True.
Hey, only 3 people said true. Okay, so if you want to prepare your word, especially for them to make it when it comes to the BEC, then make sure that as a parent, a school, or a teacher, you're getting them TAMA questions and answers textbooks. It is packed with the current BEC past questions, answers, marking schemes, exam tips, and strategies for all major subjects. TAMA questions and answer textbooks will also help boost the confidence level of every student preparing for BECE. Find us in Kumasi and Accra.
Everywhere make hot but still man for enjoy. For parties, funerals, family day outs, and any social gathering, grab your favorite Bigo drink today. Bigo comes in cola, grape, orange, coconut, pineapple, apple, lemon, and cocktail flavors. Get a chilled, affordable bottle of Bigo Cola at any supermarket or even in traffic. This is another quality product from Trillium Industrial Company Limited. Bigo, we say big refreshing moments.
Please, can I share a secret with you?
Of course.
Are you ready to listen?
Ready.
After the debate, September 10th to September 16th, Becca is going to chill at Kenya.
Oh, yes.
Please,
Who wants to join me?
Do you want to go with her?
Who wants to join me? Do you have a passport?
Oh, show.
Do you have a passport? So how are you going with me if you don't have a passport?
Oh, please get your passport, okay? Because can't see the sea travels. You can also get to enjoy the wild beauty of Kenya and also the glamour of Dubai from September 10th to 16th, 2026. Or you get to join our China Canton Fair business expedition from October 26th to November 9, 2026. Now, the sea travels will handle your flights, your hotel reservations, your breakfast, your visa support, airport transfers, tools and tourism tax, all stress-free. Locate the sea travels today at Kumasi Ahojo, that's Atenga Junction, right opposite the DHL office.
A very big thank you also to Otua Sekai Community Bank, which has the right account for you: current savings, fixed deposits, Susu, and infant savings account. Enjoy affordable salary, Susu, business, funeral, group loans, and more at very low interest rates. We also offer Western Union, eSwitch, iTrans, mobile money, and Ghana Pay services. You can locate Otua Sekai Community Bank at Kofiase, Mampong, Ejura, Sepebo Krum, Abafo, Makro, Accra, in King Kenso, Swami Market, and Dr. Mensa. For more information, please call 0504-842-957. Otua Sekai Community Bank, your savior in community banking.
Now, every parent actually desires a child who is responsible, confident, knowledgeable, grounded in godly values, and actually also excel in their exams. Now, you get all of this at the Broadview Christian Academy, where we combine these with Christian-centered character development. Our carefully selected learning materials make lessons engaging and also very easy to understand. We also have a modern ICT lab with 24/7 internet, ultra-modern library, well-ventilated classrooms, dedicated teachers, and more. And of course, we provide the foundation that your child needs for them at the basic level. Locate the Broadview Christian Academy of the Kote Road in Kumasi, directly opposite the KNUST Business School Gate. Broadview Christian Academy, where godly character meets academic excellence. And finally, Rebecca, from my end.
Okay.
When you go on the market today, make sure you are getting yourself Vena 750 ml medium bottle. We want you to fill your belly and rehydrate the right way, okay? Vena mineral water from Chilom Industrial Company Limited. It's nature's finest, and it's also been recommended by the Ghana Medical Association.
Patricia, from little learners in crèche to confident scholars in primary and JHS, Orion Cyrus Publications provide the books they need to succeed. And their books are colorful and also engaging. They also have engaging workbooks and curriculum-approved textbooks, which make learning fun and also improves academic performance. With books in English, math, science, history, coding, robotics, and more, we help children learn, grow, and excel. Find Orion Cyrus Publications nationwide. For more information, you can call 055-531-3658. 055-531-3658. And lastly, on my list, we say a very big thank you also to Franzacos Limited. From the heart of Ghana, Rizo Gari is made from carefully selected cassava, traditionally processed and hygienically prepared to deliver the authentic taste and quality that you trust. It is rich, nourishing, and conveniently packed into easy to open resealable pouches. Rizo Gari is perfect for home, school, work, or even for a quick and satisfying meal. And if you want to know what Rizo Gari looks like, this is exactly what it looks like. It comes in this beautiful packaging. It is sealed, it is protected, hygienically prepared just for you. So you can have your Gari soakings on the go with Vena mineral water. David?
Well, thank you very much, Becca. Please put your hands together for yourselves, and I'm sure that you've been enjoying the contest. We'll be right back. When we return, we'll bring to you the context 8. That will draw down the curtain of the round of 16 stage of the 2026 edition of the Love FM High School Debate, brought to us by Kel Chaco Toothpaste Happy Smile. For now, we want to take a 5-minute break to organize ourselves. When we come back, we'll hear from students of Anglican Senior High School and Osei Adutwum Senior High School. We'll be right back in 5.
Kel Chaco
In Ghana today, when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Kel Chaco Toothpaste High School Debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Cal Chakochi Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared. Quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared. Quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared. Quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchakoji Praise High School's debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared. Quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. The Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, Shs, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Northern Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
That's the Love FM Calchaco Praise High Schools debate, and I'm sure you can already see in my shots the school that is going to compete for contest 8. That is Anglican Senior High School Kumasi and Osei Adutwum Senior High School. Now these two schools are going to argue for and against the motion quote, foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana are causing more harm than good, unquote. We have Anglican Senior High School going to argue for the motion and Osei Adutwum Senior High School arguing against the motion. We are live on TV, Joy Prime, Joy Learning, and also live on radio, Love 99.5 FM, and all our social media handles with the hashtag LUVFMHSD. And I'm going to go straight to the school that is arguing for the motion. They are clad in their anniversary cloth, very, very nice there. And I'm thinking 30 seconds. Please tell me who you are and what your school is coming to do here today.
My name is Gideon Do Jr. of Anglican Senior High School and Assistant School Prefect. CAS is a school of excellence. Right from the inception of the Love FM High School debate, we've been participating and we never bowed out. This year, we're in the round of 16 and we're striking Osei Adutwum back into the dormitories and qualifying into the quarterfinal stage. Thank you.
Okay, so what is the plan also for Osei Adutwum Senior High School, sweetheart?
Okay, thank you for giving me this platform. I go by the name Abna Echa Asamoah, the WDS president for Osei Adutwum Senior High School. We are not here today just to showcase there is a school called Osei Adutwum Senior High School. We are here today to rewrite history. And as they say, with God, all things are possible. And today we came with God. So just imagine, everything is going to go well and victory belongs to God. So if victory is indeed ours at the end of the contest, we shall see. We are not going to talk much. We will just show action. Thank you.
Okay, we are just going to show action. Let me speak to the patron from Kumasi Anglican Senior High School. Say, share some words also with us.
Okay, Anglican Senior High School, we are poised for action today. Adutwum, wait behind and enjoy us today.
And your name, please?
I'm Sir Ebenezer Cranton.
Okay, Ebenezer there from Anglican Senior High School, and I have this amazing woman also here. Please share with me your details in 30 seconds. What OSAS is also bringing today.
We're going to demonstrate creative skills such as teamwork, collaborative skills, and our students are going to demonstrate critical thinking. So you know that they are not just here to display or showcase their school uniform, but they're going to, as our motto says, excellence. And at the end of the day, truly we're going to experience something wonderful from Usas. Thank you.
We'll have to know your name, please.
I'm Ajua Jomfu Ajenimbuatin.
Okay, Auntie Ajua right there from Osas. Let's say thank you to our title sponsor, Kyeretwie Toothpaste from Samara Company Limited. Yes, get one today at any supermarket. And also we say thank you to GES, to Chs, and also the ARSRC. My name is Patricia David. I'm done. You can take it away now.
Well, I've taken over. Thank you very much, Patricia Amabun. So, and to all of you watching us on television, Joy Prime, Joy Learning, we salute you. We say good afternoon to you. And then also we say thank you very much. To those of you watching us on our three social media handles like Facebook, like the YouTube and TikTok, we salute you as well. For those of you listening to us on radio, Love 99.5, we love you and we appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, the last contest at the round of 16 stage of the 2026 edition of the Love FM High School debate is just about to come your way. Now we have young, brilliant students in this auditorium here at the Christian Service University. They are poised for action. Please put your hands together for your own selves. And also put your hands together for your debaters who will be mounting the podium and be doing justice to the motion. We're talking about the motion. It is foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing more harm than good. Now, Anglican Senior High School, they are for the motion. Osei Adutwum Senior High School, they are against the motion. This year's edition, the title sponsor is Kyeretwie Toothpaste from Samara Company Limited. We say thank you very much for supporting us. We also have support from Didi Shooter Homemade Taste, Best Brain Publications, Christian Service University, Oneplex 400, Jackson University College, New Generation Investment Services, Amasia Community Bank PLC, Sepo Musical Pen, Bigo and Vena Mineral Water from Trillium Industrial Company Limited, Otua Second Community Bank, Tamak Questions and Answers Textbooks, Orion Cyrus Publications, St. Ben Jewelry, The Seed Travels, Franzacos Limited, and Broadview Christian Academy. Please put your hands together for our supporters. And as you're very much aware, we do this together with the Ashanti Regional Education Service, with the Conference of Heads of Assistant Secondary Schools, and also the Ashanti Regional SRC. Please put your hands together for them as well. With all that out of the way, I'd like to say a very big thank you to our hosts, the Christian Service University. We love you and we say thank you very much as well. Let me introduce to you a very special person who is amongst us this afternoon and always. Now, she is an educationist, a youth and marriage counselor, a preacher, a mentor, and a philanthropist. Now, she has counseled the youth and the students since 1978. She's a renowned marriage counselor. Now, as an educationist, she has over 55 years of experience both in Ghana and abroad. She's a former assistant headmistress of Kumasi High School and the headmistress of KNUST Junior High School from 1992 to 2008. Now, she is a co-founder and the principal of Jackson University College, which offers a one-year postgraduate diploma in education, master's and MPhil in maths, English, guidance and counseling, educational leadership and administration, as well as B.Ed programs. Now, in partnership with NIIT India, they offer many theology programs. Her passion is to instill moral training to the youth in order to transform society. She is married to Professor Ebenezer Safwa Jackson, and by the grace of God, she has 4 adult children, Daniel, Emmanuel, Nora, and Ebenezer. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Theodosia Wilhelmina Jackson. Well, we have already mentioned the schools will be doing battle next, but they cannot start the debate if our panel of judges are not assembled already. For information, they're already seated. And we have Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Akosua Andrews as one of our judges. She's an educationist and she has over 26 years in educational practice. Please put your hands together for Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Akosua Andrews. Also with us this afternoon as one of our judges, we have Reverend Joseph Janviblay. Now, he is with the Theology Department here at the Christian Service University. He's also here this afternoon as one of our judges. Please show him some love. Reverend Joseph Janviblay. And then the big man himself, Dr. Peter Arthur. Now, he is a senior lecturer and former head of Department of English at the KNUST, former head of Department of Language and Communication Sciences, KNUST. He's a textual analyst, and he's here as one of our judges, but he is the lead judge. Please, your hands together for Dr. Peter Arthur. Now, we always want people to appreciate what we do. And as judges, they have rules of engagement. As judges, they have how they score for the debaters. It is not my job to do that. It's his job to share with you the rules of engagement. How they score as judges. Please welcome him with a round of applause, Dr. Peter Arthur, looking Alaji like this afternoon, and then he was majestically towards the podium. Alaji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dave. Madam Chair, grant me permission to break down the rules for my dear students. My dear students, let's have the rules. We have 5 parameters. And the breakdown goes as follows: organization and clarity, arguments and development, effective use of rebuttal, presentation style, and role as a particular debater. Now, with organization and clarity, we expect you to raise a well-researched point. Now, you need a good introduction, you need a good development, and you need a good conclusion. But mind you, when you raise the point, you must use what we call correct supporting sentences. What are they? You explain, you give examples, which we call the supporting sentences, stuff like that. Sometimes the problem we have is that a student will raise a very good point, a point related to the topic, and yet the supporting sentences are not correct. Or sometimes the supporting sentences could be correct, but the main point is not correct. Now, that is what we call the dilemma of the judges. When you do that, you confuse us. So make sure you raise a point, you follow it up with the right explanation, and then you supply the right type of evidence, support for what you have explained. Now, for the first speaker, he or she is taking 15 marks for that. The second speaker is taking 10 marks for that. And for your summary, you have 5 marks for that. Argument and development. All right. See, you have your main point, you explain. Now, let me tell you some of the illustrations. You can use statistics. You can use references. You can use allusions. You can even use personal experience, which we call anecdotes, just to support what you are saying. And if you can do that, you are doing well. So the first speaker is taking 15 marks, second is taking 10, and then the summary is taking 5 marks. Then we come to effective use of a rebuttal. Simple. Get your logical progression correct. Okay. Analyze what you are saying. Note that from step 1 you are going to step 2, from step 2 you are going to step 3, from step 3 you are going to step 4. And make sure you don't leave any step out. You'll be doing good arguments. And if it's got to do with cause and effect, make sure A is naturally, automatically giving birth to B. If you fail, your opponent is going to take advantage of that. All right. Now, the first speaker is taking 5 marks. The rule is simple. He comes here, whether it's the pro or con, he comes here and can imagine certain things that the opponent are likely to say and debunk them. Now, those who are for against, because the four have spoken, they can always have something to debunk. Now, this situation offers everybody the opportunity to rebut. You understand? Good. So the first one takes 5 marks and the second one takes 10 marks. Summary, there is nothing there. But note, if your principal speaker comes here and he is able or she is able to rebut other points, we will add that to the second speaker. So as for the rebutters, keep on rebutting. And note that at this particular stage, everybody can speak. Everybody can organize. What makes the difference is how you rebut. Because rebuttal means thinking on your feet. It's not what has been written for you, or it's not what you have written for yourself. You listen, and then on the spur of the moment, you counter. So rebuttal is very, very important here. Presentation style. Please, schools, don't present the parrot for us. if you are selecting somebody to speak, make sure the person can speak audibly. Now, in a situation where a person speaks as if he is or she is possessed, and he is ranting and rattling and babbling and prattling, please, we plead with the schools, take note of that, so that when you are rehearsing, you make sure, if anybody has that problem, it's the problem of anxiety. Just help the student, help the person to control her breath. But if you don't do that and the person comes here, everything goes waste. So please, do not rush us. And of course, you know the rule. If it's got to do with the presentation style, your language too is very important. And your body language is very important. The first speaker taking 8 marks, the second speaker taking 5 marks, and then for the summary, we have 2 marks for that. Rule as a particular debater, you know it already. The first speaker is speaking forcefully, and then the second speaker is supporting the first speaker. Now, let's go for the rules. The principal speaker on the affirmative team presents argument in support of the motion. 10 minutes for that. The principal speaker on the opposing team presents arguments opposing the resolution. That's 10 minutes for that. And then the second speaker on the affirmative team presents further arguments in support of the resolution, identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the opposition speaker. 7 minutes for that. And then the second speaker on the opposing team presents further arguments against the resolution, also identifies areas of conflict, and answers questions that may have been raised by the previous affirmative speaker. 7 minutes for that. Now for the summary. The principal speaker on the affirmative team comes with closing statement to their arguments without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to rebuttals if necessary. 5 minutes for that. Then the principal speaker on the opposing team comes with closing statement to their argument without adding any new information, and also uses the opportunity to respond to rebuttals if necessary. 5 minutes for that. I go again. Every speaker must be audible. Being audible means articulating well, pronouncing words. Do not swallow the final sounds of your words so that we can know what you are talking about. And don't speak till you run out of breath. Please. Don't interrupt when the other person is speaking. Wait for your turn. The principal speaker is raising 5 points, and then the supporting speaker is raising 3 points. Now let's get to other external rules. He who asserts, you don't know the rule. He who asserts must prove. So when I say he who asserts, you respond must prove. Okay? Now, in order to establish an assertion, the team must support it with enough facts and evidence. Note that facts and evidence must be accurate. And examples of visuals, they are all permissible. And once introduced, the opponent too can take advantage of that. And tangible evidence must be tendered in as exhibits to support facts. And then in rebuttals, the debater rebutting may ask any constructive and clear question that has a direct bearing on the point raised. And the one rebutting must confine him or herself to questions and not make statements, make comments, or ask rhetorical questions. And supporters from both sides must exercise discipline. And you have to do that so that you do not induce, frustrate, or intimidate debaters in any form. If you do that, you will be punished. And by punishment, some marks will be deducted from your score. Now let's talk about time. As you are speaking as a debater, when the bell goes, you stop. walk to your seat. If you do not obey the bell, marks will be deducted. And then, in the event of a tie, 2 schools involved will be given a motion to debate within 24 hours. Note that the score of 1 judge cannot overturn the score of 2 judges. Therefore, we have either majority decision from judges, that is, 2 judges out of the 3 score for a school, or unanimous decision, meaning all 3 judges score for a school. Now you see the fine gentleman. He is calling me Alaji. You see him there. If you have any problem, just walk up to him and he will solve it for you. Now I repeat that we meet here 12:30. If you are late, you will be disqualified. And on this note, I think my job is done. Mr. MC.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Peter Atta. And I must reiterate and emphasize the fact that all the 4 schools in contention today came in way before 12:30, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yeah, the league judges, we should clap for yourselves. So clap for yourselves for respecting time. Well, talking about time and respecting time, we have the accurate timekeeper also with us present. His name is Kelvin. And so listen carefully to me. For the principal speakers of both schools who are just about to mount the podium and do the debate, you have 10 minutes, you're told. Now, when you have exhausted 7 minutes and you have 3 more minutes on your time, Kelvin will do this. When your time is up entirely, he will do this for you. And then for the supporting speakers, you have 7 minutes. So when you are, if you have 2 more minutes on your time, Kelvin will support you by doing this. And then when your time is entirely up, he'll assist you by doing this. The principal speakers will come back and they would have 5 minutes for their summaries. When you have 2 more minutes to go on that 5 minutes, he would have let you by doing this. And then again, when your time is up, you hear this. So that is the. Please put your hands together for the accurate timekeeper for me. Thank you. Disciples. 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 Those are students from Anglican Senior High School. Please stand. And you're standing, you know the drill already. You're standing because it's about time for you to sing for us your school anthem, after which we get to welcome your debaters. I have their names here, and I'm sure that they are ready to debate on the motion, foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing more harm than good. Now, your school is for the motion. So on 3, you get to sing for us your school anthem. Are you ready? Let's do this. 1, 2, go. Disciples, put your hands together for yourselves and keep clapping whilst we invite your, debaters to join us. Juliet Asari is the principal speaker. Karine Ketia is the supporting speaker. 2 young, wonderful, amazing students from Anglican Senior High. Oh, keep clapping for them. Let them know that you're supporting them. Let them know that you're behind them. All right, so they're taking their seats. Comfortably seated now. All right. Great Osas. Great Osas. Great Osas. It's your turn. Please stand. When I say Great Osas, I'm talking about students from Osei Adutwum Senior High School. They are standing. They are ready to sing for us their school anthem as well. So on 3, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Shall overcome. Please put your hands together and let's welcome your debaters as well. The principal speaker is Joycelyn Ajubi Owusu. Supporting speaker is Francisca Opoku-Sewa. All right. They're just about to mount the podium. One is already on the podium. The next one is on the podium as well. They're taking the seats. Madam Chairperson, with your permission, can we begin the debate? Accurate timekeeper, do we have your attention? Are you ready? He says he is. All right, so panel of judges, are you ready as well? Audience, are you ready? For the last time, please put your hands together for these two great schools, Anglican Senior High School, Osei Adutwum Senior High School. Let's call on Juliet Asari to start the debate.
Madam Chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Imagine waking up in your own country, walking into your own market and discovering that the small business you struggled for years to build is being pushed out, not because you lack the skills, the determination, or the courage to compete, but because those with greater financial power have taken over the very opportunities meant for you. The question we must ask today is very simple. If foreigners dominate the spaces meant to empower Ghanaians, are we truly developing an economy? Are we gradually losing our economic spaces? We in the affirmative team stand on the affirmative side that the motion, I quote, foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing more harm than good, unquote. I am Juliet Asari from Anglican Senior High School, Kumasi, rising as the principal speaker in favor of the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, as the principal speaker for the motion, permits me to break down the motion for the better understanding of my audience. ZipRecruiter.com defined foreign nationals as individuals who are citizens of a country other than the one they currently reside or work in. From Merriam-Webster's dictionary, business is defined as mercantile or commercial activities in which individuals engage in as a means of livelihood. From the same source, harm means to damage or injure physically or mentally. The motion simply seeks to posit that a non-Ghanaian working, managing, or operating mercantile or commercial activities in Ghana as a means of livelihood on a comparative weighing skills harms Ghanaian and Ghana than it helps. This stance my supporting speaker and I firmly uphold. Panel, before I proceed, let me state here and now that operating business is distinct from foreign investments. Again, we are not opposed to foreigners, nor are we opposed to legitimate foreign investments. Our contention is with foreigners who dominate sectors reserved for Ghanaians, create unfair competition, evade taxes, and exploit our economic at the expense of local entrepreneurs. Now, to our standpoint in favor of the motion, our first point is that foreigners who engage in businesses in our country displaces displaces local traders from legally reserved sectors. Madam Chair, it is a try that the loss of Ghana reserved sectors like retail, petty trading and hawking, sales of goods in the market, etc. exclusively for Ghanaians, as evident in Section 32 of the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority Act 2026. Yet, foreign nationals have increasingly entered these sectors, directly undermining local livelihoods. GBC Ghana recorded that Guta slammed government over its failure to enforce trade laws. Also, the Ghana Union Association said that it will not sit back and allow foreigners compete directly with local workers in market spaces across the country going forward. In commercial hubs like Aboso Okai in Accra and the Kumasi Phones accessories, traders report collapsing business as foreigners sell at prices they cannot compete due to import advantages and greater capital reserves. Let's watch this video.
Foreign traders are increasingly dominating Ghana's retail market, raising concerns about the survival of local businesses, according to the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, which says that foreign businesses now control nearly 70% of the market. Outgoing GUTA President Dr. Joseph Obeng warns that traders from...
Thank you, sir. So this trend, if it continues for the next 10 years, what do you think will be the fate of our local traders? To our second point, ladies and gentlemen, it will lead to profit repatriation, leading to foreign exchange pressures. Madam Chair, the essence of business is to make profits. Significant portion of profits earned by state-owned foreign-owned business are repatriated into their home countries rather than being invested locally. This deprives the country of the much-needed capital needed for economic growth. The former president of GUTA lamented in a report by Ghana Web on 9 September 2025 that the dominance of foreign companies in our retail, coupled with retention policy which allows foreigners to repatriate their profits, deprives Ghana of much-needed profits needed to contribute to our economic growth. Again, since imports must be paid for in currencies like US dollars, increases demand and exacerbating currency depreciation. This outflow of value means that even when foreigners operate in our country and generate income, the economic benefit the country derives from it is minimal or negative, especially when constructed with local economic who invest in the local economy. When the capital comes, generates income here, but substantial portion of the wealth generated ultimately leaves the country, then we must ask, who is benefiting more from Ghana's economic space? So our third point, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, foreign nationals engage in systemic regulatory evasion through fronting. Foreign nationals routinely circumvent Ghana laws by using Ghanaian citizens as business fronts, a practice known as fronting in order to access sectors legally close to non-citizens. This then enables them to operate in sectors which are not reserved for them while appearing compliant on paper. GBCGhana.com reported that these foreigners exploit regulatory gaps using Ghanaian poses. The chair, these foreigners have exploited the weakness in our enforcement regime, and this has allowed an estimated 60% of our local commerce despite legal prohibitions, the article reported. Madam Chair, the High Street Journal put it way. At first glance, markets across Ghana's high streets seem to be locally owned, but behind Ghanaian signboards and business papers, they are collectively managed and owned quietly by foreign individuals using local covers. This is dangerous to our economic health because it deprives our Ghana from the taxes needed to contribute to our economic growth because they evade tax obligations. To our fourth point, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, many foreign-owned business operate in Ghana, exploit local workers. Evidence consistently demonstrates that owners of business firms pay low wages that is below statutory minimum, deny workers their legal entitlement to social security benefits, and offer little to no job security, all while generating substantial profits for their companies. This pattern of exploitation means that as the local traders who contribute to the success of these companies are denied compensation and basic protection. Let's watch this video.
They say China more workers were promised 700 cedis base salary. And the workers, they claim that they pay them 400 cedis after deductions.
We pack all the items, and doing packing the items, you really find it easy. See, when you are even tired, you can't sit. You can't work and But even when you are sick, you have to come. You can be sick. They stopped some people due to like they were sick, they couldn't come. The next day
Thank you so much, my Iceman. So you see, this ultimately creates two unjust fair two-tier workforce. First, foreigners who generate huge incomes from our country use our local resources and our local traders. While as the traders who contribute to the sustenance and maintenance of these workers are denied compensation and are faced with dangerous employment. This exploitation undermines the dignity of Ghanaian workers, contradicts principles of fair development, and proves that the presence of foreign business does not automatically translate to shared or equitable benefits for Ghanaians. So our fifth point and final, ladies and gentlemen, local businesses in Ghana face unfair and systematic competitive disadvantages due to capital asymmetry. Madam Chair, imagine two shop owners across Kumasi's high streets. One borrows at 4% from local banks, while the other borrows from abroad, and while the other borrows at 25% from local banks. Who do you think will survive the price war? I demand a quick answer from you, my opponents. This is undeniable that foreign entrants operate dramatically at lower costs than Ghanaian SMEs. TradingEconomics.com reported that some countries outside Africa borrow as low as 6%, while CityNewsroom.com reported that Ghanaian SMEs lend out to 33.58%. This margin is too bigger for us. This is a structural cost gap that directly affects pricing, inventory, and expansion capacity. This capital asymmetry translates into a competitive practice that locals cannot match it without risking insolvency. Ladies and gentlemen, these firms cannot match without risking insolvency. The result is systematic crowding out of indigenous business. Ladies and gentlemen, before I take my seats, my opponents may argue that 1, foreigners bring technology and expertise Ghana may lack. My opponents, the new technology transfer requires deliberate skills training and local capacity building. Again, you may argue that Ghana needs foreign capital because local capital is insufficient. My opponents, this conceals the very problem. It doesn't justify allowing foreign nationals into sectors exclusively reserved for Ghanaian citizens by law. The solution to capital shortage is government-backed local financing, like the National Board for Small-Scale Industries, not abandoning legal protections for indigenous business. Again, my opponents, you may argue that foreign business creates jobs for Ghanaians. We acknowledge some jobs are created by foreigners, but job quantity does not equal job quality. Many jobs created are low skill. Furthermore, for every job created in a foreign enterprise, several Ghanaians own business close to unfair competitions. Again, foreign direct investments boost GDP growth, my opponents may argue. But my opponents, interestingly, GDP growth is meaningless if the benefits don't translate to local welfare. When profits are repatriated rather than being reinvested, GDP figures rise on paper, while ordinary Ghanaians see no corresponding rise in our income or opportunity. Thank you.
The pages of history are filled with moments where unfamiliar hands help shape familiar future. The greatest nation in history never developed by rejecting every outsider's influence. They developed by attracting investment. They developed by separating what could threaten them from what could strengthen them. The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, fellow students, and all protocols duly acknowledge good day. Coming from the land of intellectuals, Osei Adutwum Senior High School, I am Joycelyn Ejubi Owusu, the principal speaker, confidently opposing the resolution before the House. Quote and unquote, foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana are causing more harm than good. Madam Chair, before we delve into our arguments, let us first establish the parameters for this motion. Foreign nationals are individuals who are citizens of a country other than the one in which they are currently working or residing. From the Longman's dictionary, business refers to organization such as a company, shop, or factory that produces or sells goods or provide a service. The same dictionary defines harm as a damage, injury, or trouble caused by someone's action or by an event. The chair adjudicating panel, this motion rests on the belief that foreign participation in Ghanaian business landscape is causing more harm to the country than progress. But before we jump into conclusion, let us look beyond this perception and examine the actual impact these businesses leave in the economic journey of Ghana. Now, moving on to our premier point, the chair, we assert that foreign businesses are catalysts for economic transformation and national development. When we talk about foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana, the question goes just beyond their involvement in these businesses. The true question is, what impact do they leave behind in the economic journey of Ghana? Development is never achieved through isolation. Development is achieved through collaboration and exchange of ideas. If tomorrow all foreign-owned industries leave Ghana, would our economy become stronger, or would we wake up to a nation struggling to fill the gap of telecommunication, mining, technology, and manufacturing? The answer is clear. Foreign businesses are the main engine that accelerates Ghana's economic transformation. Let us move to the telecommunication sector. The arrival of foreign investment through companies like MTN Ghana has ended an era where communication was a luxury into a digital economy where millions of citizens can access digital banking, online businesses, and financial services. Let's move away from that and consider Guinness Ghana Breweries. This is not merely a company producing and selling drinks. They have invested in local production, supported Ghanaian farmers through the local sourcing of raw materials. A country cannot build 21st century using 20th century isolation. Every major economy today, from United States to China, from China to Singapore, these countries develop not by rejecting every outsider's business. No, they're developed by attracting foreign investment. The chair, the house. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us turn our attention to another undeniable reality. Second, we contend that foreign businesses create employment and empower Ghanaian households. Behind every business is not just a balance sheet. Behind every business are thousands of families whose survival depends on the opportunities this business creates. If a foreign company opens a door in Ghana and a Ghanaian gets a job which enables him to pay school fees, provide healthcare for the family, and contributes back to the society, I ask, is that company truly causing harm, or is it creating hope where there was once uncertainty? Facts have proven that foreign companies are the major contributors of employment creation in this country. As of 2024, MTN Ghana reported that it has created over 500,000 indirect and direct jobs through their operation and mobile ecosystem. Well, the mining sector also provides another compelling example. Newmont's Ghana has, since its institution, has established so many employment opportunities. It has for operation alone created 41,000 jobs. These are not just numbers. So for my opponent to confidently mount this podium and make an assertion that these foreign businesses are causing the country more harm than good, it's not just ridiculous, it is dangerous. Now, moving on to our third point, we argue that foreign businesses accelerate innovation, technology transfer, and human development. The wealth of a nation is not only measured by the resources beneath the soil, it is measured by the skills, technology, and knowledge within the people. A country cannot transform using yesterday's method while the world advances using tomorrow's solution. Using tomorrow's solution. Let us take this critical example. Nestle Ghana has partnered with so many Ghanaian universities, such as the University of Ghana and Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, to undertake research and innovation. This is not just that. It has equipped our local students and researchers with access to global expertise when it comes to food science, agriculture, and industrial development. The house. Let us not judge foreign businesses just by their nationality. We should judge them by the contribution they make towards societal growth. The depth of this moves to another critical dimension, which is foreign businesses improve consumer interest through competition and improved services. The greatest victim in the market with no competition is never the business owner. It is the consumer. And markets with no competition makes companies become too comfortable. They dictate prices, ignore consumer complaints, and above all, reduce quality control. Simply because you and I have nowhere else to go. A study involving over 4,700 households in 136 communities showed that increasing competition among mobile money providers can reduce vendor misconduct by 50%, improve service quality, and increase customer satisfaction by 9%. Adjudicating panel. Here is a very classical example. The presence of foreign oral care brands gave our very own Samara Company Limited the motivation to step up its game, creating Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, a quality Ghanaian product which was recently recognized in 2022 at the Customer Service Award at Moving Peak Ambassador Hotel. Now, moving on to my fifth point, we make an assertion that foreign investments can help Ghana export. Ghana cannot develop simply by building and producing for itself only. We must produce for Africa. We must produce for the world. Foreign businesses often have these connections to international markets and distribution channels to bring this dream and vision to life. In 2025 alone, Ghana exported over $3 billion US dollars worth of cocoa products, with global processors and buyers playing a key role in connecting the Ghanaian cocoa to the international markets. If we do this, we are not only exporting cocoa beans, no, we are exporting packaging, branding, and knowledge processing. This is what we call value addition. Madam Chairperson, adjudicating panel, kindly permit me to debunk some claims made by disciples on this platform today. They spoke of profit repatriation. These people are counting what foreign companies take out, ignoring what they bring in. Before these profits leave the country, they have already created jobs, paid taxes, contributed to economic growth and local businesses. So the question is not whether profits leave the country. The question is, does the country gain before they do? And facts that we have exhibited today have proven that indeed Ghana does. So the question shouldn't be whether profits leave Ghana. The problem should be, or the question today should be, whether Ghana, you and I, gain value before they do. And we have proven that indeed we do. In the courtroom of development, foreign companies should never be judged by their nationality, but by their contribution towards societal growth. With this and that, the chair, I bow.
Opponent in the bustling market of Accra and Kumasi, a Ghanaian trader locked up her shop for the last time. Not because she failed though, but because a foreign competitor operating in a sector reserved by law for Ghanaian citizens undercut her out of business. Now the house, multiply her story by thousands and you begin to see the true cost of foreign business activity in our economy. The chair, distinguished panel of judges, I have a vigilant timekeeper, colleague debaters, cherished teachers, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The chair, we stand before you today, honorable judges, not to argue that all foreign participation is harmful, no, but to demonstrate that foreign national operating business in Ghana extract more wealth than they create, displace more livelihood than they generate, and undermines more institutions than they strengthen. I am Karen Inketia, and the supporting speaker from Anglican Senior High School, Kumasi, speaking in full support of the motion, I quote, unquote, foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana is causing more harm than good. By the clear development of sound argument presented by my principal speaker, per my role as the supporting speaker permits me to proceed by adding organized fact to buttress our stance, thereafter rebut some fallacious assertions made by my opponent. Now the chair, my opponent came here and confidently said that foreign nationals brings capital. By my opponents, listen to this. Panel, capital coming into Ghana is not automatically beneficial simply because it is foreign capital. No, the question is not how much money enters Ghana. The question is how much lasting wealth remains in Ghana hands. 2, they say that foreign nationals create employment and empower Ghanaian household. Oh, my opponents, we disagree. Why? We acknowledge that foreign businesses create jobs, but employment alone does not justify every form of foreign business activity. A few jobs created cannot automatically justify the displacement of larger number of local livelihoods. They again said that foreign nationals improves competition. My opponents, we disagree. Foreign competition is beneficial when competitors operate on a reasonable level playing ground. Now, you cannot put a local trader with limited capital in the same race with a multinational business possessing enormous financial resources and then simply sell the outcomes fair competition. Competition should improve the market, not eliminate the weaker participation. Now, Chair, moving on to our state point, we argue that foreigners operating business in Ghana leads to suppression of local manufacturing. Ghana Voice report on 17th December 2025 heralds a captivating headline: while Chinese shops thrive, while Ghanaian traders collapse. Ghana must reclaim its market before it's too late. The cheap imported goods has weakened our local manufacturing, pushed traders out of business, and has worsened youthful employment, shifting blame or shifting burden on the state. Is this what you want, my opponents? Is this what we want our future to be? No. Moreover, the Chair, worst of it is that every imported product purchased, rather than locally made ones, represents loss of income, employment, and investment in our economy, and also collapse our industries. Now, the Chair, moving on to our 7th point, we argue that environmental destruction in Ghana is caused through illegal mining. The House, listen, foreign nationals, particularly Chinese, have heavily implicated in small-scale illegal mining, causing damage to our country. Now, my opponents, we are not saying Ghanaians do not do illegal mining, no, but we are saying that before the foreigners came into mine, our forefathers mined, but our environment were saved. The use of chamfines and excavators were alien to us, but the harm is that Ghanaians follow these foreigners and are now being led by them. ADF magazine summarized all my thoughts with its 2nd December headline, and then the article continues saying that illegal mining by migrants cost the country billions. If this is the true or if this is what my opponents say, if this is what my opponents want, then my opponents, you are deceiving yourself. Oh yes, posterity will be a fine judge. Now, the Chair, moving on to our 8th point, we argue that foreigners-owned businesses consistently fail to contribute meaningfully to communities where they operate, despite deriving substantial profit from Ghanaian resources, labor, markets. Many treat community development as an afterthought rather than fundamental responsibility. Now, the Chair, most CSR contributions by foreign businesses are insufficient relative to the resources and profits taken from their communities, with many describing initiatives as tokenistic rather than transformative. The consequences is profound and unfair balance. Foreign businesses can earn substantial profit from Ghana, but the tiny fraction of that value is not enough for Ghanaians when companies do not contribute proportionally to the societies that enable their success. They impose a hidden cost on the public. Therefore, the Chair, panel of judges, a great timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I therefore call you all to rise and come together in full support of the motion. I quote, unquote, foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana is causing more harm than good. The Chair, the House, thank you. The
house, join me on this journey as I take you to a familiar place, Makola Market in Accra at Stone, where the air is thick with bargaining voices, the smell of spices and the rhythm of survival. A young woman selling tomatoes she bought from a truck that arrived overnight. That truck is owned by a logistic company with both foreign and Ghanaian investor. The driver is a Ghanaian, the fuel is supplied by a Ghanaian distributor, and the spare parts were imported through a foreign trading firm that has operated in Ghana for over a decade. Now let's pause here. If we were to remove every foreign hand from this chain, or in the name of economic purity, then what exactly could remain of that woman's livelihood? Would we be protecting Ghana or quietly suffocating it, my opponent? The chair, our opponent wants us to believe that foreign national operating businesses in Ghana is an economic intruder. But this argument is not just flawed. This argument is an emotionally detached from the lived reality of ordinary Ghanaians that depend on this interconnected chain to survive. The chair, we are not debating that that Ghana should tolerate illegality, should tolerate exploitation, tax evasion, and others, but we are debating that if foreign national operating businesses in Ghana are causing more harm than good, and our answer is an emphatic no. Greetings to the chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, teachers, co-debaters, fellow students, and all protocols duly observed. Representing the land of the scholars, Osei Adutwum Senior High School, I am Francisca Sewa Opoku, as the supporting speaker opposing the motion before the House. Quote and unquote, foreign nationals operating businesses in Ghana are causing more harm than good. The chair, moving on to our 6th point, we assert that the real problem is illegal mining, illegal business practices, and not foreign nationality. My opponent, let's not confuse the nationality of a business owner with the legality of the business. A foreigner who obey Ghana rule, pay taxes, employ Ghanaian, and also contribute positively to our economy should not be labeled harmful simply because he or she is a foreigner. The chair, now let's talk status. A minimum foreign capital requirement for a wholly foreign-owned company under the current GIPC framework is $5,000, and the minimum foreign capital requirement for certain Ghanaian partner holding at least 10% of its stakeholder is $200,000. The chair, according to Graphic Online, is a prominent and documented cause of a large-scale tax evasion in Ghana involving the United Steel Company and its CEO, Frank Kojo Ofori, who were brought before an Accra Circuit Court to face charges of fraudulent evasion of tax totaling 1.6 billion Ghana cedis. My opponent, does Frank Kojo Ofori sounds Chinese to you? No, the House, a foreigner can run a beneficial business. A Ghanaian can run a harmful business. A Ghanaian can evade tax, while a foreigner can pay tax. Moving on to our 7th point, the chair, we assert that foreign businesses connect Ghana to the global economy. Panel, the World Bank has identified trade and global economic integration as an important avenue for growth, job creation, productivity, and poverty reduction in Ghana. The chair, let's talk statistics. Companies like Samsung, Huawei, and other global technology firms operating in Ghana has helped to integrate Ghana into the global digital system, enabling access to international communication, smartphones, and digital infrastructure. This is a clear picture of the MP's terminal in Tema, Ghana, developed through a partnership between the Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, MPA Terminal, and African Global Logistics. The terminal is now one of the largest and advanced in the continent, and as the African provides says, quote and unquote, if you want to go fast, go together. But if you really want to go far, then go together. As this, Ghana should not isolate itself from the world. The chair permits me to clear the air on some assertions made by my opponents. The chair, in my opponent's presentation, they said that foreign businesses destroy Ghanaian businesses. But the chair, this argument confuses competition with harm. A response to an unfair competition is a fair regulation, access to finance, and not a bracket conclusion that foreign nationals are causing more harm than good. They also asserted that foreign nationals take their profits abroad. My dear opponent, you have to understand the fact that profits cannot be created before Profit cannot be created before investment. Now, before a profit is transferred, that company has already paid its workers, has already invested, and already generates economic activities in Ghana. The chair, my opponent, can you name 3 major industries in Ghana that develop without any foreign expertise? If the problem is illegal training, then why should we punish foreign investors instead of enforcing laws and strengthening our laws? In conclusion, the chair, the House, as the saying goes, quote and unquote, if you really want to go fast, go alone. But if you really want to go far, then go together. The chair, Ghana does not need to shut the world out because a single bracelet does not jingle. Ghana needs to negotiate better. Ghana needs to enforce better, and Ghana needs to regulate better. For this reason, we reject the motion, quote and unquote. Foreign nationals are causing more harm than good. The chair, the House. Thank you.
Madam Chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. I mark this podium once again as your number 1 principal speaker, not to say our points that we said again, but this time to give a summary of what my supporting speaker and I have presented. Number 1, we said that foreigners who engage in businesses in Ghana displaces indigenous traders from legally reserved sectors. 2, we said that it will lead to profit repatriation leading to foreign exchange pressures. 3, we argue that foreign nationals engage in systemic regulatory evasion through fronting. 4, many foreign-owned businesses operating in Ghana exploit local workers. 5, local businesses in Ghana face unfair and systematic competitive disadvantages due to capital asymmetry. And 5, we said that foreigners engaging in businesses in Ghana displaces traders from legally reserved sectors. 6, foreigners operating businesses in Ghana leads to suppression of local manufacturing and heightened import dependency. 7, environmental destruction in Ghana through illegal mining. And 8, our final points was that foreign-owned businesses consistently fail to contribute meaningfully to the communities where they operate, despite deriving substantial profits from Ghanaian resources. The chair, before I take my seat and won't come back again, permits me to rebut some fallacious assertions made by my opponents. My opponents, you said that foreigners bring skills and expertise. Mr. Chairman, we welcome genuine skills transfer, but the issue is whether foreign businesses are actually transferring those skills to Ghanaians or simply using foreign expertise while Ghanaian workers remain at the lower levels of the business. If foreign expertise is genuinely necessary, why should it extend to areas where competent Ghana entrepreneurs and professionals are already available? Ghana needs knowledge transfer, not permanent dependence on foreign expertise. Again, you also said that they introduce technology. My opponents, we accept that some foreign companies introduce useful technology, but technology is only beneficial to Ghana in the long term if Ghanaian businesses and workers acquire the capacity to use, maintain, and eventually develop it themselves. If Ghana remains dependent on foreign companies for technology, management, and capital, we have not achieved economic empowerment. We have simply deepened dependency. Also, my opponent said that they pay taxes. Yes, we agree they pay taxes. Madam Chair, paying taxes is not a special favor to Ghana. It is a legal obligation imposed on businesses operating within Ghana. The fact that a foreign business pays taxes does not cancel the possibility that it may simultaneously crowd out Ghanaian business or operate in sectors where foreign participation is restricted. Again, my opponents, you said they contribute to infrastructure. Yes, we agree. The existence of physical infrastructure does not automatically mean Ghana receives the greatest economic benefits from it. The critical questions are who owns it, who manages, who controls it, and who receives the profits. Who get the long-term economic opportunities? If the infrastructure is controlled by foreign interests while Ghanaian entrepreneurs remain excluded from meaningful ownership, we must question whether the investment is creating genuine economic empowerment or not. My opponents, as a patriotic citizen of our country, Ghana, I expected more from you. You said that they contribute to collaboration. If they contribute to collaboration, By saying the collaboration that weakens our economy, is it positive? Collaboration that use citizens to run from taxes. My opponent, you are not serious. Also, you said that they pay taxes. You see, when I was presenting, you didn't hear me well. We did not say they don't pay taxes. So they say they use citizens as business fronts in order to run from the accepted taxes the government want them to pay. Also, my opponents, you said that they contribute to capital. The chair, the house, ladies and gentlemen, our market women in the market are suffering. As a patriotic citizens of our motherland country, Ghana, let us all come together and affirm the motion that foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing us more harm than good. Thank you.
The chair, the house, having presented our case before this honorable house, it is only proper that we revisit the key points upon which were arguments raised. The chair, 1, we asserted that foreign businesses are catalysts for economic transformation and national development. 2, foreign businesses create employment and empower Ghanaian households. 3, foreign businesses accelerate innovation, technology transfer, and human development. 4, foreign businesses protect consumer interest through competition and improve services. 5, the challenges associated with foreign businesses are failures of regulation and not failures of foreign participation. 6, the real problem is not illegal business practice, not foreign participation. 7, foreign businesses connect Ghana to the global economy. Disciples, you said I am not serious, but please prohibit from using such words. This is an intellectual discourse. Now, journey with me as I take you on an educational ride. The chair, they brought a video and made an assertion. They displayed a video showing that some China mall workers were promised 700 Ghana cedis, while in actual sense they were paid 400 Ghana cedis. It is funny how our opponents are bringing this video on board to make this allegation. Do they know the number of Ghanaian business owners who are exploiting their fellow Ghanaians? They did not do their research, because if they did, they would have realized our reason why Ghanaians are suffering is because our own blood, our own flesh is exploiting us. So their argument holds no water under scrutiny. The chair, they went further to make an assertion. This is what they quoted, and I quote and unquote, they have acknowledged that indeed foreign businesses create jobs, but they said that jobs are not enough. On this platform, I want to ask them, what is enough? Something that their leaders that they voted for in office couldn't do. An outsider came and provided them with these jobs, and they are standing here to argue that these jobs are not enough. If they are not enough, then what is enough? This is a clear sign of ungratefulness on their part. The chair, they went ahead to make an assertion that before the arrival of our foreigners, our forefathers were doing mining. It is funny. I was expecting them to confidently mount this podium and said that before the arrival of foreigners, our forefathers and Ghanaians were not engaged in illegal mining, but they did not make that. They said, do you know the number of Ghanaians who are damaging this country? Just recently, August 9, 2026, the Northeast Regional Police Commander arrested 4 people who were trying to smuggle cocoa out of the country. One of the suspects was named Dixon Asante, a 35-year-old driver. In any way, does the name Dixon Asante sounds like a Korean or a Chinese name? No, these are the same people that are causing harm, but they will confidently mount this podium and argue that foreigners are the only problem. The chair, they went ahead to make an assertion that technology is not used. We asserted that there is technology transfer when foreigners establish their businesses in this country. But they said, quote and unquote, technology is not useful when Ghanaian workers do not have the capacity. As somebody has shown you the road where you can eat, is it the responsibility of the person to give you money to feed? No, these foreign businesses have contributed immensely to our economic growth. So I am wondering why disciples are mounting this podium and making these allegations. The chair, They went ahead and made an assertion that these foreigners, when they establish businesses in this country, have access sectors that were solely reserved for Ghanaians. But it seems disciples did not do their research well. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act reserves some certain sectors for the Ghanaian citizens only. There are certain sectors that the foreigners cannot enter. So if they enter, is it my fault or is it your fault? No, it is the fault of these institutions failing to do their job responsibly and effectively. They also made an assertion that foreign businesses are killing local industries. It is funny. They also displayed a video by Guta President Guta Weka showing that the arrival of foreign businesses are destroying the Ghanaian economic sector. That is a red-headed fallacy. Producers or local producers in Ghana have confidently and times without number argue that the root problems they are facing is not foreign businesses. No, this is a report by City News. So they chair the house. They asserted that the root problems they are facing are high electricity costs, expensive raw materials, and lack of support from the government. So when they chair the house, I bow.
Well, from the look of things, I'm sure you want to do better. So put your hands together and also make some noise. For those of you watching us on television at home or at your workplace or wherever you find yourself, we say good afternoon to you. It means you watched us on Joy Prime or Joy Learning. Please put your hands together for the views for me. We also have some viewers on our socials, on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on TikTok. Please show them some love as well for me. We had our great audiences on Love 99.5. That's on radio. Please put your hands together for all the listeners on Love 99.5. Well, at this point in time, I can confidently and comfortably say that we have come to the end of the round of 16 stage at the 2026 edition of the Love FM High Schools debate. The 8th contest was between Anglican Senior High Kumasi and of course Osei Adutwum Senior High School. The motion was foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing more harm than good. And Anglican Senior High School, they were for the motion. Osei Adutwum Senior High School, they were against the motion. If you listened attentively, at one point in time when the audience were, raising the morale of some of the debaters, they said something about birthday. Did you hear that? Yeah. All right, so somebody's celebrating her birthday today. And so once the person is celebrating her birthday, I eavesdropped, I got wind of it. Safo, are you ready? Do this for me. Oh boy, I wanted to surprise Ajubi with the birthday song, but unfortunately the birthday song is not playing. So I'm very disappointing her. But let's sing her for her birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ajubi. Happy birthday to you. Please go and take your seat for me. Happy birthday, God bless you. If it's your birthday, I would have done the same for you. When is your birthday, by the way? Is it past or ahead of us? It's past. Oh, okay, don't worry. I'll give you something before you go. But at this point in time, please put your hands together for all these wonderful, amazing debaters. Now, before Patricia and Becca take over from me, let me tell you about Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. To be honest and candid and sincere, I used a different paste up until we started the Love FM High Schools debate for the year 2026. When we began, they gave me some, tubes of the paste. I've started using it and I'm happy with a smile on my face. Please put your hands together for Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. It's been formulated and produced under strict hygienic conditions with all the necessary protocols and approved by the FDA. Now, the constant use of Kel Charcoal Toothpaste gives you fresh breath, whitens your teeth, reduces dental plaques, prevents cavity, and makes gum healthy and strong. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste is recommended for adults and children from age 6. Get a pack at your local supermarket today. It is another quality product from Samara Company Limited. You can call them on 0246-864-798 or 050-145-4462 for bulk purchase and also for enquiries. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, happy smile. Let me acknowledge the support also from the Christian Service University. At this point in time, they are admitting students for the 2026-2027 academic year. Now, for over 50 years, Christian Service University, they have been training ethical and visionary leaders who are making a difference in Ghana and beyond. So apply now for their undergraduate and postgraduate programs, including their flagship Doctor of Ministry in Christian Leadership and Management. You can also gain holistic education grounded in Christian values with opportunities in scholarships, entrepreneurship, and employability for a better future. Log on to www.csuc.edu.gh, or you can find Christian Service University at Star Junction, Santase. Christian Service University, the university of choice. Many thanks to the Jackson University College. They are offering master's programs in English and Maths, education, guidance and counseling, and educational leadership, as well as administration. They also offer bachelor, post-diploma, and postgraduate programs in education. Sign up for their short IT courses in digital marketing, software engineering, cybersecurity, web development, data analytics, and so much more. Call Jackson University College right now on 020-126-0290. Now, before Patricia and Becca take over for me, please put your hands together for our debaters. Thank you very much. Please join your friends, join your colleagues. All right, so she has cotton bags in her hands.
Yeah.
But interestingly, these are different colors in terms of the bags I've been seeing all week. These are different colors.
No, these are very beautiful colors, I must say. And David, what is even inside is way, way better. And I think we have something for the birthday girl from Samara Company Limited. So, Juby, please join me now. Let's clap for her. As she picks her beautiful gift from Samara Company Limited. Hey, you boy, whose birthday is today apart from her? Who's celebrating their birthdays today? David, please, your terms and conditions apply. Juby, happy birthday to you, baby girl. Oh, you are supposed to collect it too. I should take it. Oh, please clap for her. Oh, please, sweetheart, come. What do you want to tell our friends at Samara Company Limited? They've given you this very beautiful bag. Everything that is inside is for you.
I want to tell them that I am very, very grateful. They have indeed made my day memorable. Thank you.
Aww. Thank you. So happy birthday to you once again. Tomorrow will be my own birthday. And please, I'll surprise my my boss is here. I thought Apuzo was here. Please, I have retracted it. HR is here. Anyway, are you ready for the Kel Chaco toothpaste minute? I don't like the fans you are giving me. Are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Okay, so are you ready? Yes. Cass, are you ready? Yes. Osas, are you ready? Yes. Kewegehe, are you ready? Yes. Oh, please bring me another bag because the schools are 4 and I have 3 bags. And I have very simple questions for you to answer. Please, my question is always 2 in 1. Uncle David every time mentions the number for Samara Company Limited. Hey, this guy is saying A. Please, just give me the MTN line they use. Anybody to come up and give me the MTN line for Samara Company Limited. Hello. Hey, don't look at the back of the book. Yeah, in fact, this question has been disqualified by myself. Rebecca, I'm not. I know what you guys are doing. So since that question is off the timeline, the next question I have: are you ready?
Ready.
Kel Chaco toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Kel Chaco toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Okay, so 5 benefits of Kel Chaco toothpaste. As for that question, dear, it is WAEC approved. 5 benefits of using Kel Chaco toothpaste. Gentlemen,
right in front of you.
You are in front of me. Please, let's clap for him. He's from Anglican Senior High School, 60th anniversary. Boss, come to me. No, take your left. Please, let's clap for him as he's coming. He's telling me 5 things, 5 benefits that when you constantly use Kel Chaco toothpaste, it does for you. Are you not happy for her or him? Say me no. Please, are you ready? You let me hold your bag here for you. On 3, 2, 1, action. Should I repeat the question? Hey, he says I should repeat the question. I thought he had the apple. Okay, so give me the 5 most important benefits you get when you use Kel Chaco toothpaste in the morning and in the evening, constantly.
So 1, it strengthens the teeth. 2, it prevents oral cavities such as dental plaques. 3, it strengthens the enamel, which is the hardest part of the teeth. 4, it prevents gum failure because our gum get damaged due to not brushing our teeth. And 5, it prevents periodontal disease such as gum failure, dentist failure, and without the use of any toothpaste.
Patricia,
at this point, which
gum
one is
failure?
Gum failure. No, do you want to be a dentist one day?
Kinda.
He says, please, he has created his own solutions.
Patricia, I'll give him 3/5.
Please, are you convinced? Hey,
No.
Kaz, you are telling me you are convinced.
I'm not.
5. Okay, he said like 3. Who can add 2?
I need a lady.
Okay, so I'm adding my 2 to that.
Hey, learn to share.
Okay, so using Kel Charcoal toothpaste, it gives you a happy smile. As your product says, Kel Charcoal toothpaste.
Happy smile. Patricia, give it to him. A round of applause for him.
The way things
A
are
round
going,
of
I have
applause
to give
for
it to
him.
you. Hey, gentlemen. Wait, shake my hands whilst you are taking it. Oh, please lift my bag. Show it well. Please, let's clap for him, Mr. Gum Failure. He has created his own condition. But the point is that, yes, he got a lot, some of the things correct. When you use Kel Charcoal toothpaste, it gives you fresh breath. It makes your gum healthy and strong. It reduces dental plaque. It has anti-cavity properties. And remember also that it reduces dental plaque. And ultimately, it gives you a happy smile. Question number 2. Kumasi Wesley girls, are you ready?
Ready.
Osei Adutwum, are you ready?
Ready.
My patrons, please, are you ready?
Ready.
Oh, please, let's clap for Auntie Felicity. She's bringing us more prizes. Please, which company produces Kel Charcoal toothpaste? Where are they located in Kumasi and Accra?
Patricia, behind you from Osei Adutwum. Come.
Okay, please, the person
Clap
should come.
for her.
Please, let's clap for the person.
You raised your hands and now you are sitting. Come.
Hey, is it the second part of the question?
Come. Yes, you. Come.
Oh, let's clap for Madam. We are live on Radio Love 99.5 FM, live on TV, Joy Prime, Joy Learning. Is the Kel Charcoal toothpaste minute here on the Love FM.
Please hurry up.
Kel
Come
Charcoal
to Auntie
toothpaste high
Patricia.
schools debate. Please, sweetheart, hurry up. Let's clap for her. My dear, what's your name? No, please, your full name. Draw closer to me. That's Lauricia Natechiwa. Lauricia, so which company produces Kel Charcoal toothpaste and where can they be found? They are all over the 16 regions, but I want you to give me their locations in Kumasi and Accra.
Samara Company, and you can find as Accra.
Accra, they are there, but where? Where exactly in Accra? Or Eastern region. Please, should I give her half of the price?
Give her half. Give her half. Half.
Hey, Kaz, is that how are you? Hey!
Give her half.
Rebecca, wait, what's your size? Your shirt size. You are not medium. Oh, please, let's clap for her. I found a large for her. Please, let's clap for Lauricia, right? Please, I'm still waiting for the address. Where can you find them? Samara Company Limited in Kumasi and Accra.
Accra, they are located in East Legon. No idea.
Oh, that's a very honest answer. She says no idea. Well, let me help you and everybody else. You got the East Legon right. That's plot 144, Sasso Street, Adringano, East Legon. And also in Kumasi, you can find them at Dunkirk, right opposite the washing bay there. So please, for the reason that she got the Accra one right, can we clap for her as she receives her gift? Thank you so much. Now, which other products, apart from Kel Charcoal toothpaste that Samara Company Limited produce? Don't mention Sasso because I have Sasso here. Don't mention Sasso, please. Hello, Kumtonton Preko. This one, I understand the patrons have the answer. Sir Michael, do you have the answer? You are Okes. Auntie Abigail, Osas. Sir who? The one I interviewed, please. You have the answer. Which other products that Samara Company Limited? Oh, please, let's clap for this Osas lady. Please, let's clap for her. She's going to give us the answer.
Keep clapping,
keep clapping for her. You people are not happy that she's coming to get it right. Sweetie, don't mention Sasso. Sasso, dear. Ewahadada.
Ram.
Yeah. Which one?
Insecticide spray.
No, the name again.
Rambo.
She says Rambo, please. It's not Rambo. Who has the answer? Please, okay, scam. But don't worry, you people will share the. No, but you are wrong. I can't give you anything. You will just wait more. Okay, so which other products? Give me 2.
So I was coming to correct her own. It's Roma insecticide spray, not Rama.
Okay, so another product. Madam, correct that. Okay, so what is the tagline for Roma insecticide spray?
Kumtuntu.
In fact, she's wrong. She's wrong with the second tagline.
So let them share back.
Okay, so you people are supposed to share this. Please pass behind my back. Let's clap for them as they go to share one bag. Please, it is Roma insecticide spray, and of course, it's Quell. And the tagline is Entonto Master. That is another product from Samara Company Limited. Now, my very final question. Yes, then I give this beautiful bag also away. Becca, can you get me one patron to answer this question? It's 2 in 1. Which government regulatory body has approved Kel Charcoal toothpaste?
We have a beautiful lady behind you.
Is the lady a patron or a student?
Far end, a
please,
patron.
Madam Far End. Madam Far End, please come. Let's clap for her. Let's clap for Madam Far End. She's coming to give us the answer. Which regulatory body has approved Kel Charcoal toothpaste? Look at the woman has fun so.
I love the excitement.
Okay. There's a second question, though. Okay, so Auntie, let's hear you, please. Which regulatory body has approved Kel Charcoal toothpaste?
FDA.
What's the full meaning for FDA?
Food and Drug Board Authority.
Question 2.
Okay.
How many grams does Kel Charcoal toothpaste come in? 2 major grams. Which ones are they?
150 grams.
And
I guess the small one. That one I don't know.
The small one that we share here, they are just a miniature that we give out for free. But there's a second one. But since you got it right, let me give it to Madam. What's your name?
Nicolina Abidilati.
Hey, Abedi Pele's mother is here. Please collect it. Thank you so much. Let's clap for her. Just remember that Kel Charcoal toothpaste comes in 150 and 80 grams. You can get it from any supermarket and of course that neighborhood shop close to you. But if you want bulk purchase, contact Samara Company Limited today at plot 144 Sasso Street, Adjungan or East Legon, and also in Kumasi. You can find us right opposite the washing bay at Dunkirk. That is where we are. Kel Charcoal toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Kel Charcoal toothpaste.
Happy smile. Please.
Happy birthday to anybody who's celebrating their birthdays.
Speaking of birthdays, is Ajubi still in the auditorium? Where is she?
Ajubi, please come.
Ajubi, come.
Please, let's clap for the birthday girl. Rebecca, the way things are going, I have to change my birthday.
I have this package for Ajubi coming from Franzacos Limited. This is the latest Gary package in town. Yeah, so this is Rizzo Gary. If you want Gary, if you're going back to school, when you reopen, when you go on vacation and you reopen and you want Gary, tell mommy, tell daddy you want Rizzo Gary.
Hey,
you want what? Rizzo
Ajubi.
Gary. So this is for Ajubi. When she comes, let her walk up to me.
You know what you can pair Rizzo Gary with? Didi Sheto.
When I say Didi Sheto, say homemade taste. Didi Sheto. Didi Sheto. And if you're a soaking lover like myself, the only water brand you can use is what? Verna Mineral Water. Where is Verna from?
Wait, let me. Who has the answer? Which company produces Verna? No, those of you here, you are a honey hamon kahu. Which company produces Verna? Hey, can we get him? You've not spoken today. Can we get okay? Ajubi, you go for your Gary. When you come, we'll share it. Okay, so which company produces? Please stand up. Which company produces Verna Mineral Water?
It's William Ghana Industry.
Oh, it's William Industrial Company Limited. Please, where can we find them?
Her.
Rebecca, wait, where can we find them?
Accra.
Hey, she says Accra.
Please clap for her.
Are you an Accra?
She has done well.
Rebecca, you clap for her.
She has done well. A round of applause for her.
They are located at Kasi Industrial Area.
CAS is a school. It's not an industrial
But you
area.
shall let her be. A round of applause for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You have been an amazing audience. Keep clapping for yourselves. Keep clapping for yourselves. And let's do a better one for all of our sponsors. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Don't stop clapping until I end. Let's keep it going. Christian Service University, we say a very big thank you. I can't hear the clapping. Didi Shutter Homemade Taste, Jackson Educational College, J.M. Ado and Sons, New Generation Investment Services, Seppo Mystical Pen, Bigo and Verna Mineral Water, Otia Sakai Community Bank, Orion Cyrus Publication, Franzacos, The Sea Travels, Tarmac, Broadway Christian Academy, Best Brain Publication, Amansia Community Bank, St. Ben Jewelry, and Bell Malls. We say a very big thank you. Now, how many of you are here to listen to or are ready to listen to the comments I picked up on social media? Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. When I ask, are you ready? I want to hear you say, ready. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. All right, so Abbas says, hey girl, take your time. We can't hear anything. And this goes to Kumasi Wesley girls. Nati Billionaire says, Kewegehe, relax. We can't hear you. Jazzy says, Okes all the way. Emmanuel Kwating says, Wegehe all the way. Mark Tetterson says, Ahenema Ampa. Micah says, Okes for a reason, clean and eloquent. Your Majesty says, if Wesley girls go home today, it's because of the supporting speaker. Nana himself says, Okes all the way, more fire. Your Majesty says, CAS really prepared for Ajubi, but may the best school win. Stanza says, Osa supporters are very quiet. Is it that the English from their principal speaker is too heavy for them? Cheer up. Big KB says, Ajubi all the way. Abbas says, nice and accurate information and presentation. The girls from Osei Adutwum are very good. Light upon light also says, birthday and victory now 4 and 5 for Ajubi. Happy birthday to you. Boating Adutwum says, Sir Kelly, you are going home today. Okes is waiting for your losing points. So everyone joining us on social media, I'd advise you keep the comments coming through. The debate on social media is always heated and I'm always loving it. I'll be sure to read all your messages on social media. Thank you very much, David.
Madam Chairperson, my second coming here is not to add anything to what I've said already, but is to present to the audience here the results. Okay. Have you enjoyed your afternoon? Yes. Have you enjoyed your afternoon? Yes. If you have, please put your hands together for your own selves. And let me quickly say this, that our lead judge, Dr. Peter Arthur, when he was running us through the rules of engagement, made mention of the fact that a school would advance or win by two means, either per the majority decision or the unanimous decision. The very first results, the school that advances does so on a unanimous decision. Yesterday, when we were here, we had a school that advanced with the highest score because we had 3 judges. Now, they both won on 2 judges' scores. So let's say they won on judge 1's score sheet or judge 3's score sheet. So it was 1-1, and then the last one was from the last judge. So it was it's not a majority nor a unanimous, it was a higher score. We have a similar thing happening here today. The school that would advance out of the other schools' competition was based on a higher score. Because they drew on 2 of the judges' scores, but one person had a higher on the 3rd judge's score. That's how come they advanced to the next stage of the competition. The first contest of the day was between Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School and Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School. This is the results. I don't know why you all say ish when it gets to this part. Let me start with the results from Kumasi Wesley Girls High School. By way of organization and clarity, you got 20 from one of our judges, 23 from the second judge, the third judge gave you 22. 20, 23, 22 sums up to 65. Argument and development, you got 17 from one judge, 23 from the second judge, 23 again from the third judge, 17, 23, 23, that sums up to 63. Effective use of rebuttal, Kumasi Wesley Girls High School, you got 7 from one of our judges, 15 from one judge, and 9 from another judge. 7, 15, 9, that sums up to 31. Presentation style, you got 10 from one of our judges. The second judge gave you 11. The third judge gave 9. 10, 11, 9, sums up to 30. Role as a particular debater, Kumasi Wesley girls, you got 8 from a judge, 8 from the second judge, 7 from the third judge, summing up to 23. That is 8, 8, 7 sums up to 23. So let's put your results together. 65, 63, 31, 30, 23 amounts to 212 for Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School. Okay, that is Osei Kyeretwie Shs Senior High School. Organization and clarity, a judge gave you 25. The second judge gave 24. The third judge also gave 25. 25, 24, 25 sums up to 74. Argument and development, okay, so you got 24 from a judge, 24 from the second judge, 26 from the third judge, 24, 24, 26 sums up to 74. Effective use of rebuttal, okay, so you got 12 from a judge, 15 from the second judge, 12 from the third judge, 12, 15, 12 sums up to 39. Presentation style, you got 12 from one of our judges, 12 from another judge, and 13 from the last judge. 12, 12, 13 sums up to 37. Role as a particular debater, you got 8 from a judge, 9 from a judge, and another 9 from the third judge. 8, 9, 9 sums up to 26. So 74, 74, 39, 37, 26 sums up to 250. So this is a unanimous decision. Osei Kyeretwie Shs Senior High School is making it to the quarterfinals of the 2026 edition of the Love FM High Schools debate. Okay, so you can stand right now, and either you give us one song, morale song, or you can decide to sing for us your school anthem. It's your choice, it's your decision. Do it now. By the count of 5, if you don't sing your school anthem or celebrate, we will squash it. So by the count of 5, 1, 2, 3. Well, the Lord has remembered you today. Thank you very much, Okes. You have been remembered by the Lord God Almighty. Now, the second contest was between Anglican Senior High School and Osei Adutwum Senior High School. The motion was foreign nationals operating business in Ghana are causing more harm than good. Now, cast were for the motion. Osei Adutwum Senior High School, they were against the motion. This one is a highest score decision. On the scores of 2 judges, it was a draw. But the third judge, well, she scored a little higher, he scored a little higher, enabling the school to win. So here we go. Anglican Senior High School, organization and clarity, you got 23 from one of our judges, 25 from the other, and then 24 from the last judge. 23, 25, 24 sums up to 72. Argument and development, Anglican Senior High School, you got 23 from a judge, 25 from another judge. The final judge gave you 24. 23, 25, 24 sums up to 72. Effective use of rebuttal, cast, you got 11 from a judge, 11 from the second judge, and then 12 from the third judge. 11, 12 sums up to 34. Presentation style, you got 12 from one of our judges, 13 from the other judge, and then 11 from the last judge. 12, 13, 11 sums up to 36. Role as a particular debater, cast, you got 9 from a judge, 9 from a judge, and then 8 from another judge. 9, 8 sums up to 26. We put it together. 72, 34, 36, 26 sums up to 240. Now the score sheet for Osei Adutwum Senior High School. Organization and clarity, a judge gave you 24, the second judge gave 27, the last judge gave 24. 24, 27, 24 sums up to 75. Argument and development, Osei Adutwum, you got 23 from a judge, 25 from the second judge, and then 23 from the third judge. 23, 25, 23 sums up to 71. Effective use of rebuttal, you got 11 from a judge, 12 from the judge, and then 10 from the other judge. 11, 12, 10, sums up to 33. Presentation style, you got 12 from one of our judges, 14 from a judge, and then 13 from the third judge. 12, 14, 13, sums up to 39. The role as a particular debater, you got 8. You got 8 from a judge, 9 from a judge, 9 from the third judge. 8, 9, 9, sums up to 26. So let's put it together. 75, 71, 33, 39, 26, sums up to 244. With 4 points, Osei Adutwum advances to the next stage of the competition, and that thereby is the highest score. That helps you to advance to the next stage with the 4 points advantage over Anglican Senior High School. We're ending the round of 16 today. On Monday, the quarterfinal stage begins. But for now, Patricia Mabos, before you take it away, Osei Adutwum, your school anthem very quickly. And then after that, Patricia Mabos will speak to the patrons as well as the students out there. For Osei Adutwum, 1, 2, go!
The end of proceedings of the round of 16 stage of the Love FM Kel Chakotu Phase 1 and I'm excited to share with you that at the end of it, contest 7 was won by Osei Kyeretwie Shs Senior High School and contest 8 was won by Osei Adutwum Senior High School, and so they've joined the likes of KNUSC Senior High School, St. Louis Girls Senior High School, Kumasi High School, Church of Christ Senior High School, Opokuwari School and St. Hubert Seminary Senior High School to the quarterfinal stage of the Love FM Kel Chakotu Phase High School's debate here at the Christian Service University. We are still live on radio, Love 99.5 FM, live on TV, Joy Prime, Joy Learning, and all our social media handles. And I have the team from Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, Ahenema. Yes, I understand that's how they are called. And am I wrong? Okay, yes. So this beautiful lady was a supporting speaker for the day. How are you feeling after this victory?
Oh, I'm really excited. Yes, because before the contest, I saw a TikToker complimenting that OKS is not a school, and then they were underestimating us. So my main motive was to come and prove that perspective wrong, and that was what we just did. So I'm really excited.
I see. Oh, that's nice to know. At a point, I saw you signaling her like, can you hear them? Why? Why you couldn't hear your opposing school?
Like the subordinate for Kumasi Wesley girls was like rushing too much. I couldn't even rebut what I was supposed to do, so that the points we had for the winning could even maximize. So I was signaling her that we are not hearing anything, but thanks to God, we have come to this far, because what is written, it is what has happened today.
And what would you want to tell your friends from Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School?
They've done very well. They've given their very best performance. I'm telling them they should come back next time. Yeah.
They should come back next time stronger. Okay, so let me go to the patron of Osei Kyeretwie Senior High School, Mr. Michael Yeboah. You shared some words with us, like, of course, before we even started. And what was that conviction you had?
I knew definitely that KWG was going to give us a contest. But to be frank with you, there was a contest. We had let me say a beautiful one, of course. But within my heart, something kept triggering, telling me that at the end of the day I will win. Yes, we have won. We have won. But the whole thing is we always polish our flaws. This contest is not what we seek. We seek bigger ones ahead. So we are going to polish all our flaws, all our errors here and there, and then make sure that we go for the ultimate. That's what we do.
Okay, so Okes says they are reaching for the ultimate, and of course the ultimate means winning the 8th edition of the Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate here at the Christian Service University. And I think we can now have our friends from Osei Adutwum Senior High School. Yes, today there are 2 Oseis came, and so let's have our friends from Osei Adutwum Senior High School also share some words with us after their victory. Yes, and the birthday girl can come in through. That is Juby. We can have WDS president. You can actually also come to. Let's have some words. Come around. Let's do this. And you told us you were in for nothing but a win. What does it mean to you as a WDS president?
It means a lot to me because we promised the school that we are coming, and we are not just coming and then return back. No, we are coming and we will return with victory. So re-winning is a great opportunity. It's a great thing. I really appreciate. I'm very excited. I'm very happy because we have a good news to tell our school.
Okay, you have good news to share with your school. Let me speak with Francisca right here. And Francisca, what does this win mean to you?
I'm so excited because the score was very near, but the Lord has seen us through.
And what do you want to tell your friends also from the opposing school?
They should prepare themselves and come back again.
Okay, they should prepare themselves and come back again. Birthday girl, is this a present for yourself?
Yes, please.
And how is it making you also feel?
I'm feeling very, very good. Today be my birthday and we win, and like I'm honored.
I see. So what are you going to do for the quarterfinal stage?
We will go back, work again on ourselves and come back stronger. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back, work, and come back stronger. That is a message coming from our beautiful ladies from Osei Adutwum Senior High School who have made it to the quarterfinal stage of the Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate here at the Christian Service University. Once again, let's say thank you to the Ghana Education Service, the Ashanti Regional Students Representative Council, the Conference of First of Assisted Senior High Schools, and also Samara Company Limited, producers of Kel Chaco Toothpaste, Kel Case, Kel 360, Feco Spray Starch, Sasso Insecticide Spray and Quell, and also Roma Insecticide Spray and Quell. We appreciate the support of every other person who has come so far with us here on this particular competition. On Monday, yes, God willing, we are going to start the quarterfinal stage, and so watch out for another exciting edition here on the Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate. From production in Kumasi, we'd like to say thank you for watching on Joy Prime, Joy Learning, and also listening on radio Love 99.5 FM. We'll see you on Monday. My name is Patricia Amabosi. Thank you so much.